remote, displaced, or disconnected communities around the world. Help Dell make a difference and shop AI-ready PCs powered by Snapdragon X Series processors at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Hi, I'm State School Superintendent Tom Horn. I am making $40 million available to parents of all Arizona public and charter school students for free tutoring in reading and math, so we can raise academic proficiency, which is my highest priority. Money is available for all students in grades 1 through high school. Teachers who do the tutoring will also earn money, which they deserve. Sign up at azed.gov. Thank you.
Sponsored by the Arizona Department of Education.
J.D. Hayworth here, and the road to feeling better leads to my good friends Dr. William and Ava Gaspar at Beehive IV Wellness in Chandler. With both licensed nurses and physicians on staff by appointment or walk-in, Beehive IV Wellness takes a holistic, naturopathic approach that helps your body with self-healing. All of today's popular treatments are available at Beehive Wellness, from IV hydration to joint injections, even popular semaglutide for weight loss. If you haven't tried IV treatment, you're missing out on your chance to really get healthy. So look them up, make an appointment, or simply walk into Beehive IV Wellness at their Chandler Clinic, where you always get a free initial consultation. Mention me, J.D. Hayworth, get half off your first treatment. Search Beehive IV Wellness on your mobile phone. You'll thrive with Beehive.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text KING to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text KING to 321-321. That's KING to 321-321.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Will Shakespeare here. Back in my day, I invented over 1,700 slang words like swagger, bedazzled, and my personal favorite, besmirch. But even I have trouble understanding slang words like yeet or bougie or...
This is fire.
Actually, it is extremely smooth Shakespeare vodka.
Okay, boomer.
See what I mean? But there is one word that describes the pure quadruple distilled spirit crafted from an 8th century Polish recipe the first time you try it.
So lit.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Shakespeare vodka. So lit.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Wherever you go, take us along. Listen to our live stream on our free Fanatic app. Download it today.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Thursday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And that was just too damn close. That was just too damn close. If you saw the game, then you know what I'm talking about. The United States had to come from behind to beat Serbia 95-91, and they had given up the lead the entire game until 3 minutes and 30-odd seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Okay, so that was fun. That was great, but I didn't like that. Is this, to me, it felt like, oh, look, it's the Western Conference Finals, and then the next game is just going to be no big deal. I don't know if the France is going to be no big deal, but boy, Serbia gave the United States almost more than they could handle. That could have gone very, very badly. for Team USA, but thank God that it didn't. And here we go into the gold medal round against the Frenchy French. And of course, Germany is in the bronze round against the Serbia. So that's where it all ends up. And when is the game? That's Saturday, right? Are they doing this Saturday?
I believe it is Saturday. I'm going to have to double check that for you.
Yeah, I don't even know what time this thing is supposed to be, but I'm definitely going to watch it. Just it was great. It's funny, for all the crap that everybody gives us, well, most of the game, there are two Phoenix Suns out there on the court playing, Kevin Durant and, old Devin Booker. I mean, they didn't do much. They didn't do little. They did exactly what you want them to do. Devin Booker ended up with 6 points, and Kevin Durant had 9. But, everybody played their part. Everybody played their role. Anthony Edwards kind of stank. He had a bad stat line for all his bravado. He just kind of went out there, was 0 for 2 from field goal, 0 for 2 from 3 points. And I guess it is, he was 1 for 3 from the field goal. Sorry, that's where he got his 2 points, and 0 for 2 for 3-point land. I was looking at the wrong line here.
Well, okay. First off, gold medal match. That's Saturday.
Hooray! What time?
It doesn't have a time here.
Seriously? They haven't figured it out yet?
I know they figured it out. It just was not listed in the article here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But yeah,
I got the day off. I'll watch it.
But yeah, the thing with being on an Olympic basketball team and coaching it and all of that other stuff is like it's nothing like any other team you've been on. You start slow, that might be it for you for that day. Like no one has time for you to get into it. If this was the Timberwolves, you could start 0 for 2 and recover. You start 0 for 2, and Kerr has to go with a guy that's going to be playing a little bit better that day.
They almost were down by 20. I think 18 was the widest margin that Serbia was up on the United States. But from about 6 minutes into the game all the way till 3 minutes left, Serbia had this. I mean, you never doubted that the United States had the talent, had the ability to stage a comeback, but they just weren't doing it. They kept making a little bit of ground, and then Serbia kept taking it right back. I mean, they were on fire from 3-point land. And it was a fun game. Like I said, it was great to watch, but I was just like, no, please, let's not do that again.
And this is the thing that we have to just realize about modern basketball. Like, you can be the more talented team. If the other team is shooting threes at a high enough clip and making them, you're going to struggle. That team is going to have an advantage if you're not going to defend the 3-point line at the highest level. But because you've got Jokic, because they are also good inside, you have to respect that. And Serbia stretches teams out, and they did that against Team USA, and we saw what the result for them nearly was.
Doesn't really surprise me that this was a close game and that Serbia even for a while there had the lead by 17 points or whatever it was. It doesn't surprise me. This is the third time these guys have met. I mean,
well, in the first 2 times, the United States handled them pretty easily, so much so that everybody was like, "Yeah, they're playing." They're playing dead over there because they don't want the United States to really know what their game plan is going to be. And the game started out, and for the majority of it, we're like, oh, crap, they were right.
Yeah, that first quarter, I do think there was a level that Team USA just didn't expect. Just a 30-point barrage to open the game. I think they got caught flat-footed. I don't think they underestimated Serbia, but I do think that there was an idea of, like, let's pace ourselves in this game because we're going to need our energy late. And Serbia just emptied everything to start and got Team USA on their heels and tried to surprise them. And it nearly worked.
So for everybody who is on the text line, what's wrong with Steph Curry? What's going on with Steph Curry? I told you, nothing. He just there's a lot of guys on this team. And, Kerr is just like trying these different combinations and whatever is going on out there. I mean, Steph Curry doesn't have anything to prove to anybody. So, you're just kind of helping out here and there. Well, in this game, he started getting hot and he started like keeping the ball and he started shooting the ball and it started just going nuts. 36 points right there, 9 of 14, 3-pointers and 2 free throws and all that. And he just was killing it out there. That was some good stuff. That was just some good stuff from Steph Curry. So don't worry about any of these guys.
Yeah. I mean,
except for Anthony Edwards, he was hot trash today.
No, we're don't worry about him either. He's
I'm just saying
I,
that.
I know.
I'm just saying that to
Just saying
aggravate
that just
Donnie.
to get on Donnie's nerves.
And it's worked.
I hear you. It's just he started slow in a game where they didn't have the minutes to wait for you to get into it. Either you're going to be there right now, or we're going to find somebody else. This is the deepest roster on the planet.
Yeah.
Donnie says, I know there are some out there that live bet Serbia. Get out of here, you commies. Yeah, probably right.
I mean,
it's probably worth putting a couple bucks
Actually,
down. But
when they were up, that was the time to live bet the U.S. The odds were never going to be better.
Oh, by the way, speaking of making money on betting, Dylan Cohen, holy
Cleaned
crap.
up.
I don't know
Yeah.
if we're allowed to say how much money he made, but it was ridiculous. He sent Keon and I a little screenshot of what he did, and I'm like, whoa, that's astounding. We're not talking small money. We're
I
talking
took his
holy
advice.
crap money.
And I did that on a much smaller scale. I'm not.
No, that's understandable. Yeah.
I'm not putting the kinds of money on some games that he's doing. But yeah.
But damn. So that's his story to tell. We'll let him tell it when he joins us here a little bit later. But if you had any doubts about his ability to place a bet and make some serious money, well, this ought to put that to rest. 888-368-1580. Seabass says, breaker, come in, Blender crew. This is Seabass in North Carolina. I concur. Anthony Edwards is hot trash. Next, Michael Jordan, my ass.
Yeah,
The next Michael Jordan went and scored 2 points in a game and then still be celebrating.
I mean,
he'd be angry.
Yeah, but Anthony Edwards is a team guy. I think that'd be you'd be a horrible teammate if you scored 2 points in a game and then you were just, well, I didn't get to score at all. Like that would be worse, actually. No, he never called himself the next Michael Jordan. To be clear, that is just a theory that people put out there because you put Michael Jordan's face up to Anthony Edwards' face, and they do kind of look similar. It's not a. It's not a he never called himself that, so that's not fair to criticize him on that.
Donnie's on the text line. Donnie says his mom is hot trash for some reason. It's weird. Why would you say your mom is hot trash, Donnie? Yeah, I think he messed that up.
That woman raised you.
He said my mom is hot trash. That's not the comeback I think you think it is.
Why would you say that about your mom?
I don't know.
Donnie's
weird.
Wow.
Canadian Mountain says, thank you, Dylan Cohen. I won big thanks to your advice. 2,000 Canadian dollars over here.
Well, it's,
holy crap, dude. Good for you.
$15.89 in American dollars.
Oh, right. Well, enjoy the McDonald's. Or Tim Hortons. Whatever you need.
It's like a cheeseburger at McDonald's.
I keep forgetting about the exchange rate. You're right. I don't know if I got to call BS on that, though. Can you online gamble in Canada?
Boy, I don't know.
Do they even have that up there?
I don't know if it's legal in Canada, but I
week,
imagine
they just got electricity.
I don't think that's how that works.
Was it just last week?
Yeah, it was last week. They hooked it up. They were like, "Oh my god!"
Well, I heard last month they got indoor toilets.
But I do think
they'll
that
never
the
know how to
Canadians
use
bet
it.
the way we used to before gambling was legal offshore.
It could be. That's a good point. Yeah.
Fish Tank has this for Donnie. He says Booker 6 points, Ant-Man 2 points. That means that Booker is 3 times better than he is.
Wow.
That math checks out. That's good math. Swazman says, Jeffrey, I'm a 10 cent or 25 cent or maybe $1 per bet guy. So I'm low end, but I bet $10 on the USA money line to win 68 cents. Can you believe I was sweating that? And I thought, oh my God, they're still going to win the gold though. Yeah. So, but that I would never make a $10 bet to win. I feel like I'll find that in the couch if I need that.
I throw down like some, $1 bets on some baseball games, and when those hit, make me 68 cents. That I can't imagine.
That's all right. That's
risking $10 for not even a tenth of what you bet. I'm glad it worked out for you.
So, man, don't do that anymore. Pierre says, Mr. Keon and Jeffrey and Perendi. So the stage is set for the epic battle between my French team and your mighty American team. I don't know if Captain America will be able to stop the Blues. Blues?
What?
They call them the Blues.
Yeah, because blue is their color.
Mm-hmm.
That's like most of their national team uniforms are
blue.
Are blue. Yeah.
Pierre, I predict easy work.
Also, Pierre, aren't you Canadian?
Yeah, he
No,
goes back and
he's-
forth.
Yeah,
between-
he just
French
he
Canadian,
flip flops
yeah.
on that. Yeah, but that means
sometimes
you're
he's
Canadian.
French, sometimes he's not.
Well, I mean,
Your team got bounced around to go by the French.
Canadians basketball team.
You are the Ralph of
Like
Canada.
yes, like
Mm.
Ralph. The minute that Canada was in trouble, he's like, "Oh, I'm French."
French.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Guys, I think your passport says Canada, does it not? What are we doing here?
Sorry, Pierre. You root for whoever the hell you want to.
This is just
Sorry.
weird that you do. That's all.
Weirdo. Big George says, "Wow, that Team USA Serbia game had the makings of a major upset." It was. I was about to be upset. Come on. I was mad. LeBron James, when they just finally started getting the lead back, he came out and bricked a three, and I'm like, "What are you doing this close to the end of the game, bricking a three? You go down there and get another two." I mean, that about just lost my mind on that, but luckily they survived it. But seriously, when you're that close and there's that little time left, I know you're trying to be the hero and swish that three, and he swished more than a few to where who's going to say no to him taking the shot? But I was like, this is not the time for that, man. Go for two. Just power your way to the basket like you've been doing the entire game, and just get put a little more space. And he didn't. Whew. Man, that was close. That whole damn thing was close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. George brings up the crybaby Serbia coach, and he was kind of a crybaby. But here's the thing. He was trying to get them to call traveling, but the time where they did, he wasn't traveling. Did you see a travel on that play?
No.
1, 2, fall down. That's not traveling, is it?
No.
1 step, 2 step, fall down. Because the guy has fouled you.
Yeah, the
How is that
foul precedes the travel.
So
like that's
they called him for traveling on that earlier. 1, 2, 3, basket. He was screaming, "Where's the travel call?"
Well, FIBA rules let you get the gather step, so wouldn't be a travel either.
I'm just saying, the Serbia coach.
You got the gather, and then 1, 2. That's not a travel.
My wife was like, "Oh my God, who's that?" I said, "Well, that's the coach." And she's like, "Oh my God, he's old." I'm like, "He looks a lot younger than Popovich." I mean, compared to Popovich, this guy looks like a spring chicken here.
Yeah.
But, I was like, "What's the big deal? Old guys can coach. You got to stand there and yell at people. I mean, they'll do that from their porch. So it doesn't, then look at Steve Kerr sits most of the game, mostly because of the leaky spine. He doesn't want his spine to start leaking again.
Right.
So now, you can coach well into your older years. Moist one says, "I bet Serbia at plus 4.5 at the half." Moist one's a comedian, a communist.
I don't think that Serbia is communist.
He's a funny communist?
No, he's just a communist.
I don't think that makes you a communist on account of the nation you'd be betting on isn't communist.
I agree with Fish Tank. If you do that, you're a communist. If you bet against the United States, you're a communist.
You might be un-American, but you can't be communist if you're betting on a country that's not communist.
There's nothing more un-American than being communist. So, Moist one's a communist.
Yeah, well, you got to be like second to that then, because if you'd bet on like China, that'd be
It's
one
not about
thing.
who you bet on; it's who you bet against. You bet against America, you're a communist.
Okay.
Fifth letter says 1, 1, 1. Hell, I don't understand what that means. Why did he say that?
I don't know.
It wasn't. It was the word one, not the number one.
As in WON?
Yeah. I mean,
I
how else do you spell it?
I don't know. I was wondering if he typed the number, the digit one, or typed out the word.
Typed out the word 3 times.
Oh.
I'm guessing he means Team USA.
Oh, yeah. Rainy City Bitch Pigeon says, Jeffrey, that is what the Euro step is. If you're a European player, you get an extra step.
No, you don't. You get a gather step and 2 steps.
Well, that's 3 steps.
That sounds like the waltz to me.
That's not a European thing. The
NBA,
the NBA uses those same rules.
It's a waltz.
It's the gather step, and then you get 2 steps.
Telling you, it's the waltz.
Mm-hmm. Average Joe says, "You're the Ralph of Canada." Perfectly said, Keon. The Jet says, "Hey, gents, I'm on the right side now due to the Harmon Solar fan pick'em. Has me create an account, and now I don't see anywhere to put the Harmon password in. What the hell?" Just go back to 1580thefanatic.com after you've created your account and then click on the link there. Should take you to the Harmon Solar thing, or search for the, Harmon Solar 1580 The Fanatic pool. You can search for the pool. You're the only person who's had any trouble, Judd. If I'm being honest. So figure it out. Swazman says, exactly, Jeffrey, you're exactly right. Why was LeBron James taking a 3-pointer with less than 3 minutes left in the game? LaFlop has to go to the basket.
3 minutes is still a lot of time.
No, it wasn't 3 minutes. It was actually like a minute and a half, maybe. And it was close. The game was close enough to where I'm like, this is not the time. This is the time to go get two.
If he thought it was a gamble, he wouldn't have taken it.
Oh, no. He was thinking he was going to swish it. And a lot of times he will. So you can't.
Yeah, that's
part
why
of me says I can't complain about him taking it. The other part of me is like, come on, just get the two, be smarter, because then you're up 7 points instead of 5. He bricks it. Then Serbia came back, got another one, brought it back within 2 or 3. And I was just like,
that's one of those situations where if you trust your defense, then you the 3 puts it away. And if you don't, then you're trusting your defense to hold tight. I don't know. I just don't think that's that insane of a decision.
I didn't say it was insane, Keon. I wasn't saying
I was responding more to the text.
LeBron James.
I was responding more to the text than what you said.
I just feel like, man, that's my response. If he'd made it, it would have been like, oh, good for him. But he missed it. I was like, no, not right now. That's all I'm saying.
That's more of a calculated risk, and I don't have a problem with it.
Well, I only have a problem with it because he missed. That's all there is to it. So I'm trying to get the pool ID number for you. It just Harmon Solar 1580.
Don't understand. Click on the link. It takes you.
Okay, here it is. I got it. 94030. Okay. 94030, if that helps. Swazman, thank you. Let's see. He says, yeah, you're exactly right, Jeffrey. He could have put the game away with a foul inside the paint. Instead, he let it come down to the wire, and Steph Curry had to save his ass. The Jets, you've got it. You got it. Fifth letter says, that's weird. My text had said USA 3 times. Oh, maybe when I hit the translate for Frenchy French, maybe when I hit the translate, that's why would it change USA to 1?
I don't know.
Is USA
no
like 1 in some language?
I don't know, and it certainly isn't in French. They have more or less the same alphabet that we do, just with some of the accents over other letters and stuff.
I think it's a conspiracy.
Probably right.
I think the aliens are trying to take over.
They can have it. Seriously, I don't even give a crap. Hey, aliens, if you're listening and you want to take this show over, just show up. Show up and it's yours.
Well, I didn't mean the show. I'm talking more about the.
What else
the
would they
Google.
be here for? There's
The
nothing
Goog.
else they'd be here for.
The Goog.
There's nothing else interesting. All right, we got to take a break. I got a lot of texts here on the text line. I will get to them here in a little bit, but first we have to take a break. We got to talk to Dylan Cohen about all the bets and all the money he's made, and of course, what's coming up next. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
The NFL season begins next month, and Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals and Aaron Rodgers of the New York Jets are both at plus 200 to win the NFL Comeback Player of the Year. Kirk Cousins, who signed a free agent deal with the Atlanta Falcons, is at plus 430 to win the award. Anthony Richardson, heading into his second season in the league for the Indianapolis Colts, is at plus 750. Nick Chubb, running back of the Cleveland Browns, plus 1,300 to win the Comeback Player of the Year. And New York Giants quarterback Daniel Jones is at plus 1,600. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor. which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text KING to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text KING to 321-321. That's KING to 321-321.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Granger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
This year, Dell Technologies Back to School event is delivering impressive tech with an inspiring purpose. Learn how Dell is helping Computeraid, whose work is helping solar community hubs with tech and AI literacy skills to empower remote, displaced, or disconnected communities around the world. Help Dell make a difference and shop AI-ready PCs powered by Snapdragon X Series processors at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet, reminding you to check out the show. Now, why should you check out You Better You Bet? Because we bring you the most fun. We bring you the most insightful, the most entertaining show in the wagertainment world. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come alongside them. Plus, you'll get the best betting analysis anywhere from myself, Ken Barkley, and some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. So tune in weekdays, noon to 3 on Arizona sports betting station, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Today's Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. He told you about the Frenchy French. He's been telling you for weeks. Well, now it's finally paid off. Time for Beat the Book with Dylan Cohen. And all right, Dylan, a heck of a day for Team USA and a heck of a day for Team Frenchy French and a heck of a day for you, my friend.
I can't even begin to explain the motions that I have been through today. But it feels really good to be sitting where I'm sitting right now, excited to be chatting with the Fourth Dimension. And let's go Team France. Holy cow, what a win.
Yeah, there's been a couple of different people on the text line already who said they followed your advice, and one of them made 2,000 Canadian dollars. I don't know if that's like, we figure it's probably enough for a couple of hamburgers or something, but still $2,000, that ain't bad. So I don't know if you probably don't want to talk about money in specific terms, but you did pretty damn good, didn't you?
Well, and I mean, if you want to, kind of add up the actual dollar amount of what I won, you can actually visit the Instagram account. So that's at Beat the Book Fanatic, all spelled out. And just check out my story. I put up pictures of each ticket that I won for today.
Oh, okay.
So, the visibility is there. And, once we kind of go through some things a little bit later on in this segment, I will kind of give everyone transparency on where I'm standing right now on the France to win gold and silver medal play. But big wins today immediately, on the France versus Germany game, and then guaranteed wins, coming up this Saturday once we see, where France ends up medaling.
So I don't know how strong France is as a team as compared to Serbia. If you looked at those teams side by side, what happened today is more like the Western Conference Finals. What's going to happen on Saturday is going to be more like what we've already seen from Team USA. Or do you really still think the French have a fight to put up against the Americans that could be as bad as what the Serbians did?
It's funny. Randy had a great question at the end of the segment yesterday. He asked, is this game against Serbia going to be the toughest game that Team USA is going to play? And honestly, at the time, I felt like a Team USA matchup against Team France, potentially in a gold medal game in that environment, would be more difficult. But then, we just saw the performance of a lifetime from Team Serbia. I mean, clearly they were trying to hustle Team USA, in the way that they, were using Jokic in the exhibition matchup and in the pool play. I think it's pretty clear to be able to kind of look at this, hindsight's 2020, and it was a pretty clever strategy from them to, leverage the rotations and the minutes of the game played to kind of give USA this feeling of, oh, we don't need to worry about these guys. We've been taking care of them by, 25 plus. And lo and behold, Serbia catches USA sleeping. They punch them in the mouth early. I think it was like at halftime, Serbia was shooting like 51% from three as a team, which is really what would be required to pull off the kind of an upset, that it would have been had they beat the U.S. I was actually texting Keon. I mean, down the stretch in that fourth quarter when it looked like, oh my God, Serbia might do this. Like, I couldn't even wrap my head around the concept of like that team getting eliminated, flying home, Charles Barkley standing there on the tarmac saying, he's pointing his finger, you're not welcome here. Like, I couldn't fathom it. And, that didn't end up being reality, although that would have been kind of interesting to see if it played out that way.
Angry Texan says, Dylan Cohen won me some money too. I won 9,620 pesos thanks to that man, which that translates to $509. So still, that's not bad.
Win is a win. That is great to hear. And, obviously that other pick that we had yesterday was for Jokic to get 20 points. He managed 17 in this game. Serbia, shot the lights out from three. And when you're looking at this matchup now between Team USA and France, I'm a little concerned about France's ability to be able to shoot the three ball the way that Serbia did. And that's going to be something that they will need to do very well in order to have a chance to compete in that game. So this is still going to be a matchup that Team USA can't take lightly. France absolutely has a chance. But, like I was just saying, I mean, they're going to need to get more out of Wemby. I mean, Wemby couldn't make a three-pointer today. He was 1 of 8. Nicholas Batum was 1 of 5. Even Evan Fournier, he was 1 of 6. So if those guys do that again versus Team USA, France is not winning that game. They're going to have to get more out of their star NBA guys.
Walter Mellon has a question for you. He says, hey, Dylan, curious, as a professional bettor, do you get to claim anything for your losses? I think he means on your taxes.
That's an excellent question. And I haven't done it yet, but I am going to do a segment that goes into the full tax implications of sports betting, because I know that that's a huge kind of question mark gray area for many people that partake in this. The short answer to that is that you can claim losses when you also have corresponding wins that constitute a taxable event. So that means your win has to have odds of 300 to 1 or greater. The payout has to be $600 or more. As long as those two characteristics are met, then the individual bet itself is a taxable event. You will get W-9'd on it. And I only know these things because I am speaking from experience.
Yeah, it makes me miss the olden days of a bookie. You didn't have to pay taxes then.
Well, and I mean, keep in mind, these sports books don't want everyone to be paying taxes on this stuff. To hit a bet with 300 to 1 odds or greater, I've only ever done it once. It's insane. It's extremely difficult to do. You see these kinds of bets on social media and Instagram and TikTok, and everyone's, 8 months out guessing the Super Bowl winner and the Final Four winner and the NBA Finals winner. And, their tickets are $5 to win $500K. And those kinds of things are taxable events. But, if you're not structuring something like that, you're going to do it on just a specific game happening on any old day. It is a very, very difficult thing to do. And the majority of all wins out there are not taxable events. Therefore, you have no tax liability on your winnings. You get to keep your cash.
Well, this whole game between Team USA and Serbia taxed my anxiety the entire time. I'm hoping it won't be like that in the next game. But listen, are you going to bet on France to beat the United States of these Americas, Dylan?
I've been kind of wrestling with that a little bit this afternoon. There is a line out on it right now. Team USA is a 15.5-point favorite. This game takes place on Saturday at noon. At this point in time, the kind of crux of riding Team France was simply for them to make it to the gold medal game. They have made it there. We have got our success out of that strategy. We've got our profit locked in. So now it's time to come back down to reality. And reality is that there's no better player on the planet in a clutch situation when your team is down and you need someone to pick up the team and carry them. There's no better player than LeBron James. He just proved it today. What he is doing at his age is unbelievable. Obviously, Stephen Curry finally showed up. You know, he went from just being happy to be at the Olympics to pulling his weight and, you know, doing what he does as, you know, the greatest shooter alive. But at the end of the day, LeBron James, whenever he wants, he can put his head down like it's 2016 and charge the basket and get a layup. That's what he proved. And I just don't see, you know, in a similar circumstance, how France could overcome that.
It's gold. And the French crowd is going to be out in mass. It's going to be a very loud arena. And I don't think the United States is going to be anything other than dialed in. They won't sleep on a first quarter, this next time. I hope not. I mean, they've done it the entire Olympics, started out slow and had to come from behind. But, you know, well, except for
for Brazil.
Yeah.
They just flattened Brazil.
Yeah, that one was that was just not right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I guess here we go. I'm still not worried. I feel like the United States should be able to handle that pretty easy. But listen, we can talk about that more tomorrow. What are you looking to bet on tonight, Dylan?
So for tonight, I did a little bit of a curtailed post today. But we've got a great matchup with our very own Arizona Diamondbacks beginning a 4-game homestand against the Philadelphia Phillies. And I'm sure you guys are aware the Padres did end up winning again today, so they did just jump back ahead of the Diamondbacks in the wild card
Son
race.
of a bitch.
But hey, we've still got, a chance to even it up. And, I'm sure everyone's well aware the Diamondbacks are wide and far like the hottest team in Major League Baseball right now. They got a 14-4 record since the All-Star break. The hitting is just on fire. Diamondbacks have 19 runs in their last 3 games. Phillies are also hitting pretty well as of recently. They've got 18 runs in their last 3 games. So the pitching matchup tonight is a little less than stellar, in my opinion. You've got Colby Allard going for the Phillies, and then we've got Jordan Montgomery on the mound for the D-backs. We all know the kind of struggles Montgomery has had this season. It's largely been a disappointment. I don't see this being the, 1 in 5 starts for Montgomery where, he actually performs pretty decently, particularly with how well the Phillies are hitting, with how well the Diamondbacks are hitting. I think both teams are going to be dipping into their bullpens pretty early in this game. And I think we're going to see a lot of runs, a lot of hits. So with that being said, I did give a couple of picks for this game today, and then I've got some other props listed on the 1580thefanatic.com website. You just got to click the Beat the Book logo on the homepage. You'll be able to check all this out. But the 2 picks that I did make tonight for this game were for Corbin Carroll to get at least 1 run, and then for Ketel Marte to get at least 1 RBI, 1 run batted in.
That sounds reasonable.
There's a number of other, very, good offense or hitting props to play. So just check out the post. You'll see what I put on there, and hopefully we can keep this going.
Swazman says I'm up 68 cents. He bet $10 to make 68 cents, and he says, "Well, I should put that $10 on the USA money line again." Is that what I should do, Dylan?
The return's not going to be huge, but you'll get your money back.
I feel like it's safe, but then again, Fifth Letter says I got 16.5 points on MGM bets, sprinkling half a unit on France to cover on Saturday.
That's not a bad play. I mean, look at, how generous of a line that was given in this past game with Serbia. And keep in mind the 2 games previous to the one they just played today, the U.S. had beat Serbia by, I think it was like 23 or more points each game. So they're giving a pretty identical line on France and USA as to what was there for Serbia and USA. And I think that that's probably the way to go. France, as long as, they can shoot decently from 3, I would say that they can keep us within the 10-point game. If they can really kind of go above average on 3, 40% of the team or more, that's where they've got a much better chance at making this a close game and competing for the gold.
Monkey Puncher says, Dylan continues to wow me. I knew he'd come through. My dreamboat.
Appreciate that, Monkey Puncher.
Did she start following you on the Instagram yet?
I can't tell. So unless Monkey Puncher's tag on Instagram is literally monkey puncher.
I don't think so.
I don't know. It'd be hard to figure that out.
Dylan, you gotta be like this. Yo, baby, why don't you slip in my DMs?
I think it's slide, not
It's
slip.
not slip.
No, I think it's slide.
That shows you. It shows you a couple things. How long it's been since I've been single, and how bad I am at these things.
Don't say that.
Don't.
That's a good
It's
way
slide,
to make that not
slip.
happen.
Well, what's the difference?
So
It's like I slipped out the back door.
no.
Right?
I don't.
Slid out the back door.
No, literally everything you said is a good way
Was-
to make that not happen. Not
Yeah.
just the slip or slide. That's not where I'm hung up.
It's a damn good thing I'm married.
I'm hung up on all of it. To
Yeah.
be honest with you, yeah.
Well, let us know if you ever hear from old monkey puncher, because I'm not facilitating nothing here. This is up to you kids. You crazy kids, go figure it out.
Monkey Puncher knows how to find me, so just go to the Instagram, and if Monkey Puncher wants to slide in my DMs, I'll let you know if it happens.
He said it much better than I did. It's Dylan Cohen, and it's Beat the Book with Dylan Cohen. Go to 1580thefanatic.com, click on the link. You get to see more than just the picks, also a lot of the thinking behind it. It gives you a very detailed, a bit of background on his thinking on these bets. So, Dylan, go enjoy your money, my friend.
Appreciate it, guys. We'll chat tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. 888-368-1580. Man, that's a great moment, though, when you put money out there and what you thought was going to happen comes true.
And you get paid for being right, which is.
I forgot to ask him, what's it like? I only got lucky with my Shefeffel and Sheffoffly bet. That was the biggest bet I ever did. And part of it was just a mistake. So I will never have that. Walter Mellon says the sliding comes after you've slipped into the DMs, Jeffrey, if you're lucky. I don't understand that. I thought that was me sliding or slipping in. Lacrosse guy says, afternoon, gents. I have my dad in the truck today. It's his first ever blender experience. So try to have a good show today, please. No pressure.
We don't have any.
Yeah, we rarely have good shows.
Yeah.
Just sort of happens. Things just happen. That's
Let me
all.
tell you how this is going to roll out here for you, Lacrosse guy. He's going to look at you over at the truck, and he's going to give you that look he's given you his entire life when you feel like, hey, Dad, look at this. Mm-hmm. So this is what you do with your time. And so this is why you're not further along in your life than you are now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Listen to the blender. I've never been more proud.
You're just sounding like a lot of Caribbean parents right now. That's
Yeah.
Oh, this is what it is. That's why you're not a doctor.
There's no pressure on us, Lacrosse guy. You're the one who's making a horrible mistake right now.
Oh, this business. This is why I don't have grandchildren, huh?
This is
Interesting.
why it's on you, Lacrosse guy. It's all on you.
He's like, why aren't you listening to Fox News right now? Why? It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games. Steph Curry said he got lost in the moment, and with that, Team USA avoided an upset in the semifinals. Curry pumping in 36 points. He was 9 of 14 from downtown, and the Americans come from behind to beat Serbia 95-91. The U.S. will play host France for gold on Saturday, France knocking off Germany in the other semi. Grant Holloway captures his long-awaited Olympic gold medal in the men's 110-meter hurdles. Holloway from Chesapeake, Virginia, the three-time reigning world champion, but he was the silver medalist in Tokyo 3 years ago. And the men's beach volleyball final is set. Sweden's David Amann and Jonathan Helvig sweeping Qatar's Sherquif Yunus and Ahmed Tijan. Amann and Helvig will face Germany's Niels Ehlers and Clemens Wickler for gold. With this Summer Games update, I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Wellness means something different to each of us. And at Westin Hotels and Resorts, we believe every step is an opportunity to enhance your well-being. Whether it's guided group runs and workout gear on demand, or nourishing food options and restorative rest in our heavenly bed, when you travel, you can find wellness at Westin, one of 30 hotel brands in the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio. Find wellness at Westin.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called Select Quote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with Select Quote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call Select Quote at 1-800-694-1010. That's 1-800-694-1010. Or go to selectquote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-694-1010. Details on example rate at selectquote.com.
This year, Dell Technologies Back to School event is delivering impressive tech with an inspiring purpose. Learn how Dell is helping Computer Aid, whose work is helping solar community hubs with tech and AI literacy skills to empower remote, displaced, or disconnected communities around the world. Help Dell make a difference and shop AI-ready PCs powered by Snapdragon X Series processors at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Never again will you have to say, I missed that segment. I'm such a dinkus.
He's so lame.
Never miss an important segment, favorite host, or show again. Check out our podcast and listen whenever and wherever you want.
It's the reason Al Gore invented the internet.
Follow us on Facebook or Twitter or at 1580thefanatic.com.
Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. The lacrosse guy says he has 3 grandkids now. So.
3?
Yeah, you're welcome, Dad.
I have 22.
You really?
Yeah.
You're just making that up.
No.
You have 22 grandkids.
22.
Wow. All your kids picked up the family business.
23rd on the way. Well, my kids and then Kim's kids. So how it worked was Miss Kim's oldest son married his wife, and she has 9 kids.
Holy God!
So that makes up a big
she's
a ton of them right there.
She's got half.
So yeah.
Right there. Yeah.
Randy, here's my advice to you: go close the blinds, lock the door, and if somebody rings the doorbell, don't answer.
Well, I mean, I love
There's
all
a
my
bleep
grandkids.
load of kids coming over at any moment.
Love them all, and
never dig a pool.
And then Miss Kim's youngest son has 1, but has 1 on the way. And then the gal he's married to has 3. So I mean, you start doing the math right there, and then you know, I could run down my list of kids and how many kids they have. So
my wife said to me today, I can't remember what we were talking about, but she was just like, "Oh yeah, well someday you're going to have these grandkids. You're going to look forward to seeing them." I'm like, "I won't. I'm not. Just don't bring them over, especially not until they can talk. I have no use for a child if they can't speak. You know, what am I going to do? Sit there? I need to have a conversation with a kid. I'm certainly not looking forward to changing anybody's diapers. I mean, I'm going to be close to changing my own soon, so I don't need that.
No, see, what you got to do though is you got to train up these kids to learn how to change diapers, and then when it's time to change your diaper, then it's already taken care of.
I'll have a whole staff for that.
Why don't you go help Granddad change his diaper or something?
You know, I'm just going to make a mess of the couch. Please don't bring kids over.
Miss
That's
Kim
all
is
I'm just saying.
It's breaking news. Miss Kim has just texted me and informed me we have 24 grandkids with 1 more on the way, 25 total. I'm a very blessed man.
Very busy children.
Very blessed man.
Blessed man. I would move, change my name.
Why? Why the kids are spread out
screaming
all
kids,
over?
and then you get stuck watching them. And
they're not. Oh no, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen here. For some reason, they don't drop their kids off here very often.
Well, I'm going to make sure that happens to me too by teaching the first batch of kids that come around really horrible things. And when they're at home having nightmares because of what Papa told them, they won't bring the kids back over anymore. And I'll be fine. And then the rumors will spread. And then, they won't bring kids over until they're older.
I got news for you. My grandkids, they already know the business on Papa. And the Papa, I can't say anything to them that they don't expect already. They know me already.
Challenge accepted.
I have already said many amazing things to these children, and I even did my Elmo voice, and the kids in Hawaii, they call me Papa Elmo.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's cute. I mean, I'm glad you like yours, but I need to I got to put out a vibe to where I won't be bothered.
I think you're going to be bothered. I think you just have that natural sort of kids want to hang around you vibe.
You underestimate the power of my Irish goodbye.
Please.
Their parents will pull up to the house. The kids will be asleep on the porch. Doors are locked. The lights are off. They're like, they'll never do that again.
You talk a good game, but I know for a fact that's not going to happen.
That's what Fifth Letter says. He said, Jeffrey, you say that now, but once you're blessed with your first grandchild, you'll spoil that kid the fullest. I really won't.
You'll be playing Xbox with them, staying up till all different hours of the night, buying them treats and kicking them back to their parents full of sugar.
I will only play video games with children for as long as I could win. After that, I'm just like, no, go play with someone else.
Then you start early then. I beat the hell out of most of my grandkids because they can't play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just win all the time. And I'm not going to let them win. You're supposed to let me win, Papa. No, I'm not. Welcome to life, kid.
If I see some up and coming talent with the smart assery gene like I've got, well, there's one that I'll work on.
Venture to say that most of them will have that same gene you have. Yeah.
No.
They learn it from somewhere. If your kids picked up any, then
I see that's a bet that Dylan Cohen and I should we should take that bet.
Came natural to me. Ralph has crabs, says Jeffrey. We all know you talk like you don't like grandkids, but inside you're a big softy. You're going to be rocking that rocking chair 30 years from now, surrounded by 25 grandkids and great grandkids and some great great grandkids. You assume I'll live that long. You're adorable. You keep bringing all these damn kids around me, and I will make sure that doesn't happen.
Jeffrey's liver is like, we're not doing
Papa
that.
Walk into the middle of the freeway. All that I don't understand. It was just one moment. I was just like, look, everybody was in the car singing and laughing, and he just pulled over and walked into the middle. I can't get. Why would he do that?
Just one scream too many.
I warned you, kids. Swazman, I didn't know. Oh, I thought you only pet sat dogs. You send pictures of cats, and it looks like a naked mole rat. What the hell is that? There's a skinless ant. What the? He says, oh, he's like guinea pigs and a cat named Maverick. That's a guinea pig? Was it? Did you pluck all its hair? There's a naked. It's naked. Don't send me pictures like that. Now the FBI is going to raid my computer.
Now
I don't think that's how that works at all.
You know, they have those cats that don't have any hair. Those Egyptian cats that don't have any hair.
Why would you do that? Why would you?
They just don't.
Mm-hmm. The Jet says, "Wow, I didn't even know Randy was Mormon." I keep having to ask him that myself. I've known him for over 30 years, and I've just assumed.
I am not Mormon.
Are you sure?
I am not Mormon.
I know, but are you sure?
I just have a strong shooter.
Yeah, and you've passed it down to.
I have.
Yeah. Cheese Skull says, hello, good gentlemen. Keon, you have 2 eyes today. Glad to see the murder hornet didn't get the better of you. Mrs. Cheese Skull doesn't want to leave the house still. I guess I should stop joking that a yellow jacket is hanging around outside the door.
Yeah, maybe you should. Yesterday, you could blame me for bringing up the story. Today's all you, man.
I'd be lying there in bed, and just as soon as she starts to doze off.
Oh, come on. That's wrong. That's absolutely wrong.
Moist One says, did your update guy just say Shaqueef?
No, but I think I did that down the hall during the last break, though.
I don't know. Well, listen, if you say so. Florida Mustard says, yo, lacrosse guy, has your dad ever watched Kyler Murray play quarterback? No? Good. This show is about to be the equivalent of a Quincy Hall 400 meter.
What? Quincy Hall. Wasn't that old crime series
Yeah.
back at Klugman?
Say,
Jack Klugman was.
There was no
Quincy Hall.
accidents. That was murder. Average Joe says, hey, Monkey Puncher, go check out Facebook Marketplace. Find some guys selling engagement rings. Bam, easy pickings. Plus, you can see their profiles, and then you can stalk those guys.
Quincy Hall was the guy that won the 400 meter yesterday for Team USA, and he was like sixth, and with maybe 40 meters left in the race, he kicked on the afterburners and caught everybody. It was insane. It was absolutely insane.
Awesome.
That's the way Jeffrey runs.
Mad dash to the finish.
So
I don't know where he found the energy. Everybody saw him coming when he started catching everybody, but they didn't have the energy left. And he just...
Two reasons I run that way, Randy. One, so I can get in the elevator and nobody else rides with me.
Mhm.
Or two,
True.
when I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
No, that's
Simple
Yeah.
as that.
that's reasonable.
Pretty sure that's the way it is.
Pull the plug says, I want the men's team to win. The women's team, hard to root for.
Why?
They're winning too, right? What's the problem with them?
No one has said anything. I don't understand what makes them hard to root for.
What's your complaint there? I'm not even sure I want to know.
I don't
but
even-
okay.
Yeah, I'm sure the reason is a perfectly valid reason that makes sense and not something that we're going to think is ridiculous from top to bottom.
Quiet Cannon says, Jeffrey, are you questioning Lord LeBron's shot selection? A little. I mean, no, yeah. I mean, listen, a lot of times he'll pop up and he'll shoot a three, and I'm like, there's no way. Oh, I was wrong. So listen, he's allowed to take that shot. I just kind of wished he hadn't. And then, of course, when he missed, I even more so wished he hadn't. That's all. I mean, listen, I'm not going to question LeBron James. He's still playing at a level that is bonkers. So, but I'm just saying, at that point in the game, not my first choice. Fish Tank says, hey, do we have a draft day yet? I need to plan my August and let the lady know which night this month I'm going to be hammered. Well, tell her all of them. And then
I don't think that's going to work for her, but okay.
Sort of keep Friday and Saturday, August 23rd, 24th. I don't know which day yet, but it's going to be one of those two. August 23rd or 24th. It'll be either Friday night or Saturday afternoon. Still waiting to hear from the powers to be, when and where. So Silver Pop says, sounds like Pierre has RBS, Ralph Bang Wagon syndrome. Pick a lane, man. Pick a lane.
Rooting for two different countries in the Olympics.
Both French, both annoying. Walter Mellon says, hey, Keon, being the single guy on the show, well, he's got a girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm dating. I'm not married. I'm the only unmarried person on the show.
You're coupled, right? Would you say you're coupled?
I am coupled, yeah.
He says, how many kids do you have before we get too serious?
What?
Oh, ask that important questions. How many kids do you have?
Oh, none.
What?
Well, he's worried you might end up with 9 extra ones.
Yeah, like
so he's saying when you're dating, you always got to ask.
I don't have kids. And when I,
when
you're dating
ask
somebody,
her?
when you're dating somebody else, like
A potential, I think is what I mean.
Yeah, obviously you don't date somebody and their kids are a mystery. Like you don't start dating and then, oh, hey, surprise, children. That's usually not how that goes. And you're allowed to leave if that happens and you weren't told.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. Just don't get married for years and years and years. Get to really know somebody before you.
I
pledge to give them half your things.
I'm not Russian.
Oh, you're from Guyana.
That's a good point.
Swazman says the guinea pigs needed 72 degrees in the house. I am freezing my ass off. Well, that's only 1 degree cooler than what I've got going right now. And when my wife is kind of busy doing stuff, she'll knock it down to 72. Just another reason I love her.
72. Wow.
The Jet says, can't believe I'm saying this, but I wish Ralph was on the program today. He talked a lot of smack when the Dodgers were up 10 games on us, and now they're only up 3 games, and it's time for us to talk some smack. I think he's going to be on tomorrow.
Okay. Because he was talking very spicy at the beginning of the season about how they were going to win the division by 15 games. And well, how about that?
There's only 48 games left, I think.
If they're going to do it, they better get to work.
Better get busy.
Glass Optimist says chickens living near cats produce an antibody they pass on to their eggs, which, when those eggs are fed to cats, reduces by half the cat's production of the protein, which causes allergic reactions in humans. I'm very confused. What am I supposed to take from this?
That's why there are hairless cats. You asked why would you do that?
I'm just
about
why you would do that to
and he was saying it happens naturally.
That was weird. Listen, we got to take a break. It's the end of this hour, beginning of another hour. All these hours scattered around. I think the next one's the second hour. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This year, Dell Technologies Back to School event is delivering impressive tech with an inspiring purpose. Learn how Dell is helping Computer Aid, whose work is helping solar community hubs with tech and AI literacy skills to empower remote, displaced, or disconnected communities around the world. Help Dell make a difference and shop AI-ready PCs powered by Snapdragon X Series processors at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TURN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TURN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TURN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
So what did the doctor say?
He said I might need surgery.
Wow, it's that serious.
Well, we won't know for sure until I talk with a surgeon, but I'm lost. This is all new to me.
The decision to have surgery isn't easy, but neither is living with pain.
There is an alternative to surgery. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach and can restore pain-free joint function so you can avoid surgery. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. We also help restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. So when traditional medicine suggests you need surgery, how about taking another approach? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
Volunteer now. Help vulnerable and oftentimes overlooked children in Arizona. The Foster Care Review Board is a panel that advises our juvenile courts on the best interests of children in out-of-home care. Volunteer now. You can change the life of a child for the better. Visit azcourts.gov/volunteer to learn about the Foster Care Review Board. That's azcourts.gov/volunteer. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Supreme Court.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, Radio Pound, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And, you know, the whole thing with Team USA narrowly beating Team Serbia, what was the deal? What was the deal between Bogdan Bogdanovic and Carmelo Anthony? Because he kept chirping at him and kept doing a 3 to the head thing. What was that all about? What's their history that he felt like, you know, he needed to, you know, talk some smack to Carmelo, who was in street clothes over on the sideline. You know, what was that all about?
Yeah, I don't know what the history is there. I don't know. He was going after Carmelo for whatever reason. Maybe Carmelo was saying something, and
he must have been talking.
And it is Carmelo. That's not impossible. That seems well within his character. And of course, the little 3-point thing. That's that's Carmelo Anthony's celebration that he's had for his entire career, basically.
But he was doing it angrily. He was just like doing that thing every time he'd do something.
My guess is that there was already a little back and forth going on before the game started, and then you start playing well. I'm going to show you.
Moist One says, "I'm never going to be able to get my blender trophy. Why not? I don't understand. Why? What's your problem there?" He says, "I'll be in Vegas for a birthday party." Sorry, gonna miss your guys. You know what? We'll still make you the. You're still owed a blender, so I don't know.
You'll get one.
Lacrosse guy, thank you for that. Let's see. Okay, now let's talk. We've talked, I think, enough about Team USA basketball beating Serbia today. Is there anything else that we needed to talk about in this?
Well, Team USA beat Serbia today, and they have advanced now to the gold medal game.
Thank you, Randy. I knew I could count on you.
France this coming Saturday at noon.
Yeah, that at least we know now. Saturday at noon.
Yeah,
my ass is going to be comfortably placed on my comfy chair and watching Team USA again. You can only hope that it'll be as entertaining as what we saw today. But I doubt it.
I doubt it too. I think the French don't have the long range shooting that the Serbians do, and that's the equalizer. That's how you hang around in games against Team USA, and if you're going to beat them, that's how you do it.
Actually, Denzel Washington's the equalizer.
Yeah,
I mean, as a character.
I mean, on TV it was Queen Latifah, so I mean, you could go either way with that.
You could, but as far as they're both badasses. The thing that balances out your ability to beat Team USA is 3-point shooting.
Mm-hmm. I thought you said it was the equalizer.
I did. That's a synonym.
I have really been enjoying these cinnamon pretzel chips that my wife got at the store. They're so good. They, remember when you were a kid? I don't know. Kids these days, I don't think they've done this. Do you remember just cinnamon toast, Randy?
Oh, yeah.
You made the toast, you buttered it nice, like a lot of butter, and then you sprinkled the cinnamon sugar, which you mixed in a bowl, heavy on the sugar and some cinnamon. And then you just sit there. Oh my God. Well, now they got these pretzel like thins that are coated in that same cinnamon goodness. I don't know the brand name, but that reminds me of my childhood. Cinnamon toast. I don't even care what we were talking about. I just want to go get some cinnamon toast now. So here's where we're at in the Olympics, everybody. In the Olympics, we have 103 medals, 30 more than second place China with 73. And then they've got 20 more than them Frenchy French. So, that's how the medal count is going. Now, when it comes to the gold, which really, in the end, isn't that the thing that people care about the most anyway? Like, if we don't have more gold than the Chinese, we'll feel like we lost the Olympics. Do you feel that way?
I don't personally. Maybe that's just me.
Randy,
yes.
Don't you feel that way?
Yes, I do.
I mean, sure, we'll have the moral victory of winning more goals than anybody else, but we're going to kind of be looking over our shoulder at that gold medal count, going, sons of bitches, communists. So right now we have 30 gold, and China has 29, according to this website. I guess I better go check what another website has just to make sure that is accurate, because I have found different websites say different things. Right now, CBS says United States has 30, China has 28. ESPN has United States 30, China 29. I don't know what to believe.
Yahoo Sports also has US 30, China 29.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and trust these numbers. I don't know why we give so much credibility to Yahoo. Dear God, I've been using Yahoo email for way too long, and everybody makes fun of me for it.
They've got really good reporters, though. That's why.
Okay.
I mean,
As long as that's
where Woj started. He didn't start at ESPN. He started at Yahoo. And then ESPN was like, we're tired of you scooping all of our stories. Let's just pay you a bunch of money and then you can do it over here.
I wish they'd pay us a bunch of money to go away, because we'd go away.
Yeah. I mean,
seriously, pay us a bunch of money. I promise you, we will go away.
You'll never see us again.
You'll never have to worry about us again.
Go away right to a beach somewhere.
Fish Tank says, great call on the cinnamon toast, Jeffrey. Some of my best memories as a kid is cinnamon toast and chocolate milk on a Sunday morning. Oh my God, yes. And it's so unhealthy. But that's not the point. And here's the thing. Don't screw around with wheat bread. Don't screw around with 19 grains. You get white bread, just simple white bread, toasted, butter, cinnamon toast. It looks like wheat bread when you're done with it. And you just eat like half a loaf of that. Oh, I'd go crazy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Robert from Surprise says, I don't know if this is a silly question or not, but are the gold medals made out of gold or just gold plated? They're kind of gold plated. You know, they're not solid gold. I mean, that would be very expensive if they were solid gold. By the way, you know,
it's plated. The only time when
it's mixed with other metals.
Yeah. The only time in history when they used solid gold was 1904 and 1908.
And then they were bankrupt.
Yeah, then it started to add up.
Mm-hmm. So Olympic athletes aren't paid to compete, but when they do win, that of course they get the little something from their home countries, if you know what I'm saying. United States Olympic Committee pays out $37,500 per gold medal, $22,500 per silver, and then $15,000 for a bronze. So they get a little money for the effort. It's not 4 years worth of money, but it's something nice. And actually, what the United States gives is on the lower end. Some countries give out way more. Serbia is at the top of the list, $214,000 for a gold medal. Damn. And although they've only have 2 gold medals so far, so I guess, no problem.
That makes sense, I guess.
Malaysia and Morocco are kind of in that range. Australia, they're the cheapest bastards out there. They only give like $13,000. Singapore had $737,000 bounty on gold medals back in 2021, but they didn't win any medals that year. Their last medal was a gold in the men's 100-meter butterfly back in 2016. I don't know if there are any. Let's see. Do they have any? Singapore. I don't think they're going to have to pay any money this year either. Yeah. You can scroll forever, and I just still don't see them.
You'll probably never find
it. A lot of scrolling. Gymnast Carlos Yulo with the Philippines, he just became his country's first male gold medalist, and he's getting like all sorts of private sector gifts. He got a condo, a house, free food for life, plus $450,000 from his government. See, that's the thing. Being an American winning a gold, being someplace else is like, that's life-changing.
People are barely impressed over here.
So back to the question about the gold medals. What are the medals worth themselves? Not much, based on the materials used. The gold medals haven't actually been pure gold since actually 1912. And this year, they're 95.4% silver. So a gold medal is plated silver, I guess. I don't know. Their value is only $950 for the actual medal itself. A silver medal is worth $486, and a bronze will only get you $13 at the scrapyard.
Wow.
But yes, it is true. All the medals contain the original iron that was used in the construction of the Eiffel Tower. So that's kind of cool. But I mean, listen, you're not melting these things down. You're not hawking them for money. That's your medal. You want a medal. Well, don't give away your medal.
Yeah, almost, nobody does really. That's the proof of all the work that you've put in over the course of your life to have a chance to win one of those things.
So it's not a silly question, Robert from Surprise. Not silly. I mean, we all wonder about that.
Mm-hmm.
The Jet says the gold medals have not been gold since back then, huh? I think I already read everything you're trying to tell us right there, Jet. So Radio Ron says breaking news. Can I hit the breaking news thing?
Oh, okay.
Newsflash.
This is breaking news.
Radio Ron says Kasai Japanese Steakhouse, now with 2 Valley locations, is officially sponsoring the NFL on the Fanatic, which will now include a $50 gift card for the weekly fan pick'em winner. That's right, a $50 gift card that you won't have to wait 9 months to get.
How about that?
And a $50 gift card to Kasai is nice.
Yes, that's awesome. $50. All right. So that's great news. We got to update our information on that. And so what he's talking about there is for the Harmon Solar NFL Fan Pick'em contest at 1580thefanatic.com. If you go on over there, at your leisure, right now is good. And then you look at right there on the front page, the Jet, or right there on the front page, it says everything you need to know about the contest. You could win a first place prize of $1,580, weekly prize, $50 gift cards from Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. And you just go over here to 1580thefanatic.com, click on the link to join up over at Pool Host. I guess I should probably put that pool number in case you're running into trouble like the Jet did. I'll do that later too. But that's very exciting. Very cool. Love me some Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. I got to get back over there. I haven't been there. My wife's been asking to go, so I'm going to need to. Hey, Radio Ron, can you little something? No, I'm not trying to take the prizes. Just a little something for the effort.
If there's just a little extra,
a little something for the effort.
Yeah, no something. That's okay. Hefty Lefty says, "Hey, when you medal this year, you get a sweet little poster in that box they all have on the podium." Huh? What do you mean, a poster of like you getting your medal, or what are you talking about? Fish Tank says, if you win the gold in the United States, they basically give you the yearly salary of a teacher. Oh, that's sad. And true. Fish Tank also wants to know how your eye is, Keon.
It's better. It's still a little swollen, but it's not.
Why aren't you rocking like a pirate patch?
Didn't feel the need to get one.
That was your opportunity.
It's just for a day though. I don't want to be a pirate for a day. Either I'm going to commit to being a pirate or I'm just going to be myself.
I have a pirate patch. I just haven't had a reason to wear it yet. It's one of those things that I bought on Amazon, and they're like, "Are you okay?
Are you sure?"
Yeah. I don't know who the hell this is, but 5314 says, "You Americans will not beat us in gold medal game. We have better athletes and more sports than you capitalist pigs."
You are going to have to explain which games, because we've kind of been kicking ass in all of them, but that's okay. That's, whatever. It's just like the Olympics are nearly over and we are dominating. It's a little late.
Are you a China guy?
I was going to say, sounds like a fan of Chinese athletics.
And also heavy dose of skepticism. You're going to have to prove that you're from whatever country you're saying.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a China guy ain't texting in from a 628 area code.
Yeah.
Hamilton Porter says, "Make that bronze medal out of copper and stretch it out as wire." Now you got something.
That's a good point.
You're not supposed to do that. These are supposed to be mementos. This is something you've worked hard. That's when they all start biting it. I'm like, well, you just got COVID. I think that's how Noah Lyles got his COVID. He got the COVID.
He's
right?
the only one who got COVID, though.
Yeah. How did he do that? Noah Lyles, he wins the 200-meter bronze and then collapses, and they take him away. And they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, he had COVID." I mean, if I'm running the race next to him, I'm like, good God, I hope I don't have any more events to run.
He is just panting,
breathing all over the place,
all over the track.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
And he came out to the 200-meter just absolutely just celebrating, and I'm just like, man, just run the race. What are you doing? Why are you like this?
Yeah,
I like Noah Lyles, but he's a show off.
Third. You came in third now.
And and granted, maybe the COVID contributed to that, but all the more reason not to, make a fool of yourself before running a race, running the race.
Smacking speakers and doing stuff. They gave him a technical foul.
It's just,
I don't know who shot the free throws for that, but they did. They gave him a yellow card for a technical for
because what that means is if you have a false start after that, that's it.
You're out.
DQ. You're done.
Oh,
well,
yeah, man. Just take it easy, would you? Take it easy. So yeah, he had the COVID. Is he got to run anything, or is he done? Is his Olympics
I
done now?
believe he's done. Well, I think it's done either way. But
Isn't he part of the? But isn't he part of the relay team though? 400 relay.
I hope they have a backup. Because here's the thing. So this is how you know it's 2004. Just a couple of years ago, that would have closed the entire Olympics down. They would have shut the whole damn thing down. Oh, the hell was that? Some speaker just went off here.
Wow.
Anyway, what was we talking about here? You're right. So Noah Lyles, outbreak monkey. 5314 says, I'm a Chinese chef in San Francisco. I'm a sleeper agent for the great Chinese Communist Party. Listening to your show makes me sick. You are so full of crap. You are so full of crap, man. See, this is what I'm talking about. So I don't know who it is. One of our people
just spoofing a number, and
that's it.
Yeah. I just okay.
You're a Chinese sleeper. So.
All right, guy, get the hell out of here.
Big Jake says, Great Britain swimmer Petey also tested positive for COVID after swimming the 200 meter and given hugs to at least 2 other swimmers. I mean, if you don't know about it, hey, man, that's just life. But Noah Lyles knows he's got the COVID, and he runs out there and he breathes all over everybody. That ain't cool. Except for maybe he was way to take out the other countries.
Maybe he was running so fast that actually killed the COVID virus in his wake.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that just made him a super spreader. You know, only when he's running.
I don't know about that.
Megatron says his girlfriend came to Paris. She gave it to him. Is that what they're saying? Is she's the outbreak monkey?
It makes sense because nobody else in the of all the track athletes has been reported to have COVID. So that would be weird.
Yeah, but they walk all over the place in the village, and then they're all over the Frenchy France. And
yeah,
all that.
but when they after they run the race, especially the people who are gold, silver, and bronze, you congratulate the other people. You're handshaking, you're hugging. That's what happened with Noah after he won the 100 meter. He turned and hugged the Jamaican guy and the other American. So, it is still weird, but he's the only one that has it.
Well, I guess we got good treatments for COVID now to where nobody's all been out of shape about it. I mean, the COVID numbers in this country have gone up, but I think we got such good treatments and stuff now that it's sort of, kind of like the original, it was the 100 years ago, that flu came out, killed the crap out of a bunch of people. And then they started, it wasn't as bad. And then the treatments and all that stuff. So I hope we're done with all that now, because the mask ain't going to help you. The mask ain't going to keep the virus from getting into you. But they do say that if you have COVID and you wear a mask, that helps protect the other people because you're not spitting.
That's the reason why doctors wear masks in like children's hospitals and stuff like that.
And I saw Noah with a mask on, so good for him for at least helping protect other people.
Yeah, before he then breathed everywhere and on everything.
So now I know I'm not gonna read any more text from this a pretend Chinese person. Says, welcome to your attention on the coronavirus, our gift to the world. I hope all of your athletes get sick and lose.
Okay. You're not a real person.
I'm not reading your text anymore.
You're just not a real person. And you're kind of racist.
Big Jake says, well, it's not racist to say that China, the virus did come from China.
When you're pretending to be a Chinese person and you say that's our gift to the world, that is racist. Yeah.
Well, unless you're pretending to be somebody who lives in China. I don't know.
Nobody from there is like, yeah, we're so happy we gave this to everybody. So no, that is you're essentially saying they did this on purpose and that like everyone there is proud of it. Go screw yourself.
Now there's another different phone number. I too am a Chinese sleeper cell operative.
Okay.
Anyone who needed some good wontons after we run the table in the Olympics for gold, I will gladly give that information. You guys are so full of crap. At least it's a 480.
Okay.
Right. Whether it came from a lab or whether it came from a wet market, it did come from China. I mean,
but let's not act like Chinese people were all thrilled and happy that it happened. Okay.
Well, these guys seem like they are.
Well, because they're not Chinese. Well, I highly doubt it. They're going to have to
probably not.
Like many of the other people who pretend to be from various countries on our text line.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe any of you.
That means Pierre's racist.
I don't think so.
How is Pierre racist?
I don't believe he's really French.
I have doubts about Pierre too, but I don't think that means he's racist.
Oh my goodness.
Let's not put words into the mouths of other people who
I need a chart.
Can't defend themselves.
I need a chart.
Well, you know, Ralph. I mean, not Ralph.
Clown.
Pierre is pretending to be French, but that's not racist. I just don't know. Fish Tank says,
I'm not saying pretending to be a person from another country is inherently racist. What I'm saying is, when you're saying that Asian people are the reason that this happened and that they are proud that they spread it, yeah, you kind of are. You are. That's just like, why would you say that on behalf of Chinese people? That's so weird and bizarre. Even as a joke, it's not funny. It's just because that actually did get Chinese people hurt.
No, that's true. No, so yeah, that did get a lot of people here, just abused for no apparent reason.
Yeah, like they're from
from
here. They've never even been to mainland China, and they're getting beat up here because people are projecting that nonsense onto them. No, forget you guys, man. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and Pierre, you're just as bad.
If you're an actual Canadian, you're just ridiculous. Like that's not the same thing.
Just let me have this. Fish Tank says, I understand that the COVID positive dude shouldn't have ran, but I also understand this is your giant chance to be in the Olympics for the next 4 years and just trying to keep it hush hush and run. I don't know that that's what happened. He followed all the rules and guidelines of what they required him to do, and so they were part of why he turned up with COVID. He was tested, and they've really relaxed, what happens after you test positive from previous years. So I'm not saying Noah Lyles did anything wrong. I'm just sort of like, this is a very different feel.
Yeah.
So from the last couple of Olympics,
it has, well, just the last one, right? Like,
or international games.
Yeah.
There was Olympics and there were some international games a couple of years ago.
Yeah, there was like a World Cup between now and then, so they were pretty strict with that too. Yeah.
Chief Skoll says Randy always on top, given the 411 with the sports and Team USA basketball. Yeah. That was great that you repeated the score for us. That was great.
Just doing my part to help out on the show here.
Moist One says, yeah, that's probably something dirty. He says Dot's cinnamon sugar pretzels smell horrendous, but they are delicious. I have no idea what you're talking about. Big George,
the cinnamon and sugar you talked about.
No, I know that, but I was talking about cinnamon toast. He's just talking about some candy.
Dots makes pretzels.
You talked about a pretzel that reminded you of the toast.
I don't think it's Dots.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. Maybe
I thought Dots was that thing you buy at the movie theater. Is like
now that
candies.
Now see that's a thing that Dots you can buy at the movie theater, but there is a Dots pretzel out there.
Big George says, will Kasai also be hosting the fantasy football draft party? I call dibs in the corner seat next to Fish Tank. Literally the Fish Tank. Oh, we thought you meant. Yeah. Hefty Lefty says the 100-meter sprinters are generally like the diva wide receivers on a football team. They got that confidence and big personality that sometimes comes off as arrogant. That's Noah Lyles.
That's Noah Lyles. He's excessive, even by sprinter standards. He's like the way that every wide receiver is kind of a diva, but then there's just in a league of his own, Terrell Owens. He's like T.O. He's doing it on a level that's different from everybody else.
Chosen One says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Fired up for the draft later this month. Well, we don't have time for a weather update right now, Chosen One. We'll get a weather update for you when we come back, because I just realized we are way late for a break. Like really late for a break.
So we should probably...
I don't know.
Maybe, if you want to. I mean,
I just feel like being annoying. All right, fine. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. More of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-285-3636. 800-285-3636.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Hi, guys. Jeffrey O'Brien here. Have you ever gone to HarmonSolar.com? Well, you really need to, because everything you ever wanted to know about how solar power can save you big on your monthly electric bill is right there. It's online. Through your phone or through your computer, you can learn about tax credits, the equipment they use, look at how they do things for businesses as well as homeowners, see testimonials from happy customers, and here they got a pretty good podcast, too. Check it out. Go to HarmonSolar.com. That's HarmonSolar.com.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This year, Dell Technologies Back to School event is delivering impressive tech with an inspiring purpose. Learn how Dell is helping Computer Aid, whose work is helping solar community hubs with tech and AI literacy skills to empower remote, displaced, or disconnected communities around the world. Help Dell make a difference and shop AI-ready PCs powered by Snapdragon X Series processors at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Have you ever lifted a piece of furniture only to discover the carpet underneath looks brand new while the rest of it looks, well, not brand new? That's when you realize you need new carpet. At the Home Depot, we have a wide selection of all the top brands. Best of all, installation is included. So all you need to do is choose something that matches your style. Start your carpet project today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Installation included, qualifying purchases. Exclusions apply. For licenses, see homedepot.com/license numbers.
With the first pick. Now that the draft is in the books, it's that time of the season when the team gets together, to get acquainted. Summer means mini camp, OTAs, then preseason. Keep yourself tuned to the station with all the insight, updates, and breaking news you need to know about the NFL offseason. If it's the NFL, we talk about it. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Cardinal Art says, hey guys, tuning in late, but how about Michael Jackson's son playing bumper cars with his nose? The hell are you talking about? Huh. No idea what you're talking about.
I need to explain more. I don't know anything about that.
Well, let us know, Cardinal Art. Robert from Surprise says, I'm from the country of California. Okay, Robert. Swazman says, I'm authentic here in Tempe. Well, I know you guys are, but it's just when people are pretending to be from other countries, we're on to you. Chosen One says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Fired up for the draft. Oh, yeah, that's right. He said that before the break. But Randy, give this man a weather update. What are we? It's looking kind of dark up north, he says.
From the 1580 The Fanatic Harmon Solar Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White, currently downtown, 102 degrees, 102 in Scottsdale, and currently in Kailua, Hawaii, 79 degrees. A lot of wind.
Why are you giving them Hawaiian?
Never mind. This is all part of the weather forecast. A lot of wind, a lot of conditions around the valley, perfectly stable for pop-up storms to happen. We had a lot of activity in the area last night. Currently looking at the brand new high-tech 1580 The Fanatic Doppler radar. I don't see anything right now. But you never know. Just be careful out there. Remember, if you run into a dust storm, you pull over and turn off your lights. Keep your car as far right as you can go, and turn your lights off so people don't follow you and run into you. There's a big cell in the northeast part of the state that is gaining some momentum and heading southwest. So we'll keep our eye on that. Currently, again, 102 degrees outside under some windy conditions. Not a whole lot of wind, but it's a nice little kind of breezy day. Doesn't feel bad at all. Humidity at 31%. It's 102 from the Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center. Chief Meteorologist Randy White, back to you, Jeffco.
All right, I think this is probably the best place for me to read this release from CRC Broadcasting in regards to Randy White and his weather forecasts. We here at CRC Broadcasting disavow any knowledge of Randy White's claiming that a tornado was about to hit the state of Arizona and ringing the alarm bells the other night. This was reported by Randy White from the 1580 The Fanatic Doppler Radar Center. Scared an awful lot of people, and we just want to completely distance ourselves from Randy White and disavow any knowledge of his actions. And we apologize for this errant reporting from Randy White. And then we're just very thankful that the tornado didn't come.
I didn't
you scared so many people.
Tornadoes haven't done a weather forecast in weeks.
You sent this thing off. Did you?
No.
It had your name on it.
No, it wasn't me. I haven't been available. I haven't been available to talk weather.
It was just the other day when you You've been back all this week. It was just the other day.
I came back Monday.
Yeah. And it was that was when the tornado was reported.
No. No, I'm sorry.
Were you playing around with the EAS system again? Were you playing with the equipment?
No, I don't fire the EAS system. That's not under my purview. That's the National Weather Service that does that.
Mm-hmm. Did you reported a tornado?
No.
And nobody was amused.
No. How did I report this tornado?
I don't know. All I know is that somebody
social media
named Randy White reported this out to the community, and everybody lost their minds, and then were scared to death. But then there was no tornado.
No. No.
Well,
no, I didn't release any sort of fictitious tornadic activity watch at all. No.
Well, I was just asked to read that, so just
who
cooperate.
Asked you to read that? I
legal department. Just cooperate with the investigation. Just make sure you do that.
So investigation? I don't.
I'm sure you'll get a call soon. So even if you don't win a medal at the Olympics, do you know there's a consolation prize for the athletes? If you get 4th through 8th place, you get a certificate called Olympic Diploma.
I did not know this.
So if you're in 9th place, we're not even wasting paper on you, you loser. Just get out. Find the door. Get out.
You used 4 years of your life preparing for this, and none of us are sure why.
If you come in 4th and you don't medal, they give you a participation
pretty much
certificate.
Yep, just like just that's it. Piece of paper.
When did they start doing that? When did these snowflakes have to have something that said I participated in this event?
I don't know. I'm not sure when they started it, but that is something they do. By the way, Katie Ledecky and Nick Mead, they'll carry the flag at the Olympics closing ceremony. What happens at the closing ceremony?
No, they put out the flame.
Are they going to piss off a bunch of Christians again? Is that what's going to happen?
Sure.
Is there going to be anyone singing? Is there going to be? Should I watch this?
So.
I don't know if I should watch this.
Yeah, I hope so.
I never do, because once I see the last event that I care about, the Olympics are done as far as I'm concerned. Also, they started giving out the diplomas for attending the Olympics back in 1896.
Oh wow,
long time.
So I wonder if these closing ceremonies, if like all of a sudden you're going to see David Hasselhoff crucified to the Eiffel Tower or something, and they're like, it wasn't Christian representation. He just hanging around. He just wanted to be able to see.
We told him not to do that.
A better view.
He wanted everyone to see his abs. It's just
the Hoff is pretty big in Europe. He's gigantic in Europe.
Yeah, Germany more than France, I think.
Well, I mean,
still, I'm just saying. I'm not sure if I should watch this.
Look, life is good if you're the Hoff and you're walking around Deutschland somewhere.
Oh yeah, free drinks. Yeah, which, as you've seen, He'll drink them. Chief Skull says, I can vouch for Randy. He was hiding with the Chinese sleeper cell guys, and that's why they. No, that's not true. No. Randy would never aid or abet or find comfort in the arms of the communists.
No. Mm-mm.
Hefty Lefty says, next time you're tardy on a break, just have us text in the information for the great sponsors and advertisers of CRC Broadcasting. We know that Harman Solar is going to take care of our solar needs and save us money during the heat of summer. Kasai is great for business meetings, date nights, draft parties, birthdays, or just a night on the town. Lisa Lund will help navigate during this weird time with mortgage rates if we're looking to buy a home or refinance a mortgage. Diamond Dave will give us wholesale prices on diamonds for the special people in our lives that we can't get from the big box focus group named mall stores. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
How dare you forget the great Chuck McDowell to tell you the ugly truth about timeshares.
I'm going to get you dumb bastards out of your timeshares. What do you think was going to happen? You got to sit there through a little seminar and then they're just going to give you all that free food for nothing? Hell yeah, you were buying a timeshare the moment you walked in there, you weak-minded numbnuts. But now I got to get you out of this. Yeah, don't forget him.
Yeah, no.
Fish Tank says, sorry I missed it. When's the draft date? We don't know for sure yet, but it's either Friday, August 23rd or Saturday, August 24th. That's what we think. Hurry Harry, thank you. Not reading that. Fifth letter says, the autumn wind is a pirate. The autumn wind is a raider. Just win, baby. Okay, fifth letter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Raiders fan ready to go.
So if you care about swimming, this matters to you.
Okay.
Rowdy Gaines is going to retire after the 2028 Olympic Games.
Rowdy
Is it
Gaines
a slow
should
news day?
Should probably go ahead and retire right now.
Yeah, 4 years from now, do we care that just, what? How is
Has
this
Rowdy
a news
Gaines
story?
done anything for the Team USA?
Is Rowdy? Because if Rowdy's not rowdy, he should
I
not
don't think
be
he's-
allowed to call himself rowdy.
I don't think he's rowdy like Roddy Piper.
Nobody was rowdy like Roddy Piper.
Now, Roddy Piper was the rowdiest of all.
Yeah, why are you telling me this 4 years early?
Yeah, I don't think he's saying it 4 years early. I think he's saying it. This is his last one.
No, he says after the 2028 games.
Oh, well then,
what the hell?
what happened? That's useless information. I don't.
Yeah, why are you even telling me this?
We only ever see you every 4 years.
I only printed it because I thought it was saying 2024.
Yeah,
I just didn't see that it said 2028. So I thought, well, maybe one person in our listening audience is like, I love Rowdy Gaines. I love swimming. And then they're going to be like, oh. Now I'm just like wasting everybody's time.
Yeah, I know why he goes by Rowdy.
Why is that?
His first name is Ambrose.
Yeah,
Ambrose?
I'd go by Rowdy. I go by anything.
Wow.
Isn't that like a fruit salad? Ambrose salad?
Maybe. I don't know.
I wonder how many Ambroses we just pissed off.
I just don't know if that's my name.
Listening in the audience.
I hope I have.
That'll be Angry Texan.
Yeah, just whatever we do, we seem to step on what the specific thing that makes him mad. I don't know.
Yeah.
When you make fun of a man's name from Texas, you get hurt.
I lived in Texas. I didn't know any Ambroses when I was there either.
So remember when the Chinese gal, she won badminton, and then her boyfriend decides while she's standing there, she just got told she won the gold. She hasn't even gone to the podium yet, and he goes down on one knee and proposes right there. And I was just like, way to steal the moment away from her. All this time she has spent getting ready, and you couldn't wait till later. Well, then, like the next day, I saw somebody else, an athlete propose to another athlete. Only they did it on their off hours. They went up, walked over to the Eiffel Tower, which is not far because it was right there, and it proposed in front of the Eiffel Tower, separate from the game. I'm like, see, that's the way to do it. And then Alice Finot, I'm sure I'm not saying that right. Finot, French athlete. Alice, she proposed to her partner after breaking a steeplechase record. See, now, she chose to run over and propose to her man after she achieved the thing. So that's okay, because that's like, this is my moment. I'm making my moment even bigger. I'm making it your moment too. that's okay because it was her choice to do it. You didn't steal her moment. She made her moment your moment too. That's a good thing. And I don't know if he said yes or not, but I think he was crying. So
I think I'd say it looked like yes.
Or he could have been crying. He's like, oh God damn it. I wasn't ready. I just wanted to be single.
That's a shame.
So far we've counted 3 engagements from the Olympics.
Well, you know what they say. I mean, Paris is the city of love. I mean, when you talk Paris, you're talking love.
Are you? I thought we were talking a lot of poop in a river.
What I understand is Paris is the city of love. I mean, Pierre, back me up on this. Is it not?
Well, he's not been to Paris. He's from Canada.
He's in Canada. He's
French.
Yeah,
Wouldn't he? I mean, you know, what is there about moldy cheese and hard breads and wine that doesn't speak volumes about love?
Speaking of moldy cheese, tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
So I was making a sandwich the other day, right? And I grabbed the provolone and I open it up and there's a little mold on it.
Yeah.
Just a teeny little spot on the end. So I take it out and I cut it off and I still use the cheese.
What's wrong with that?
That's what I thought.
I've done that a million times.
My wife almost left me.
Oh, no, for that?
She's like, what in the hell are you doing? You don't eat moldy cheese. I didn't eat the moldy cheese. That moldy cheese is over here. This over here is just cheese. She's like, but it was in the same thing. So it's got all the same. And later, I'll be honest, I didn't feel great, but I didn't tell her that.
It's never affected me before.
She's like, don't eat moldy cheese. There's a whole nother package of provolone in there. Why are you eating the moldy cheese? I felt like I wasn't, but and it was a little tangier than normal. I'll be honest. It did have a little tang to it.
Well, that's that penicillin. That's not going to hurt you.
But I felt like that was okay. As long as I carved off the mold part.
I don't think that's a bad idea. On more than one occasion, I've gone in and made myself a sandwich. And I've eaten the sandwich and made myself another one. And halfway through making myself another one, I realized that the bread is moldy.
I just cured whatever's wrong with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I immediately stopped making my second sandwich. Yeah.
Why?
Well, because the bread is moldy.
So now both sandwiches are
just, the bread was moldy.
Yeah,
I think
the
the
bread
cheese
was
was
moldy. The bread was. Oh,
yeah,
no.
That's gross.
And I had already eaten one sandwich. And I was going in on another Sammy, and I was making that baby, and I noticed the whole loaf was green.
I am pretty sure I've eaten my fair share of science projects, if you know what I mean.
When it comes to cheese, look, I'm getting my money's worth out of that block of cheese. As much of that cheese as is actually edible, I'm eating it. And that includes if there's a little mold on the cheese, I cut it off and I finish the cheese. Because there's no way that I'm throwing a block of cheese into the trash. That just I can't do it. Yeah. So not raised that way.
You know, there was like I think 2 slices left, and then suddenly they were gone. So I'm like, all right, I'll take the hint. You know, I don't know. I felt pretty grown up when I just cut the little mold off, and
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. I mean, one of the doctors or nurses listening to the show would have to text in and let us know.
Yeah, and just be like, that. No, that's the most disgusting thing. You disgusting people. But I doubt it. I don't think that.
Maybe if it's a block of mold, cheese that had mold on it, you cut it off, you're fine. That was like sitting under a thing. But in that package, maybe that wasn't a great idea, because then I cut off the mold off the cheese, but there might have been still some mold inside the package. Maybe I think that's why she was unhappy with me. I'm like, there's a life insurance policy. Why are you stopping me? Robert from Surprise says, you'll be fine. It'll just build up your immunity. Yeah, like that crackpot lady went around licking everything. She says, I'm going to lick everything, so my immune system, I'll be great.
The problem, well, you can't lick everything.
No, she was licking like the handle of the shopping cart, licking the doors. She was licking everything in a grocery store. They're like, man,
no, you know what?
Hell? No, now you're just making it nasty for everyone else.
That's not going to help your immune system, because at some point you're going to encounter something that your immune system is not prepared for, despite all of the disgusting things you've been doing. But secondly, that's just something you want to do. Don't try and hide it behind some health reason. You want to be a weirdo who licks everything in the world, apparently. Just do that and stop pretending that it's for a good reason. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah, don't.
Good.
I mean, if I'm going to look anything, it ain't going to be at a grocery store.
That's gross.
Chief Skull
Ugh.
says, Jeffrey, when you understand there are allowances in food production for bugs, poop, and more, cutting off a little moldy penicillin, perfectly acceptable. King of Kenton says, I declare myself a medical professional. And it's okay to cut mold off a block or a slice of cheese. Moldy shredded cheese, well, you should throw that out. Never eat any bread that has mold on it, though. It's a different kind of mold.
Oh, dude, I inhaled that sandwich before I realized that loaf was moldy.
Did you uck? Did you ook?
No, I didn't uck. I just figured, okay, well,
what's done is done.
Hey, am I really late for a break again?
Did
that
so.
happen?
That did happen. Yeah, we're at 46 now.
we're changing our clock.
Yeah.
To just whenever we feel like it.
Apparently.
It's Danny the Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect the stuff you love with renter's insurance. Visit progressive.com. Team USA men's basketball coach Steve Kerr warned not to take Serbia lightly. They've got three-time MVP Nikola Jokic, after all, and the U.S. found themselves down 17 early. But with an unconscious Steph Curry, the Americans are on to the Olympic final with a 95-91 win. Curry, 36 points. Team USA matches up with France for gold on Saturday. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone has her gold again in the women's 400-meter hurdles. She broke her own world record. McLaughlin-Levrone, the first woman to win this event twice, and she does it in back-to-back games. Midway through the women's golf tournament, Morgan Mattrau from Switzerland has a one-shot lead at 8 under. The top two Americans, Nelly Korda and Rose Zhang, are 2 under 6-back. With this Summer Games update, I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards golf lessons to become a scratch golfer. Progressive cannot guarantee that you will ever become a scratch golfer. Scratch golfers are really, really good. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, and sure, you could put that money towards lessons, but if you can't hit the broadside of a barn and think you're going to become a scratch golfer, you're delusional. Sorry, just telling it like it is. Savings? Maybe. Scratch golfer? Don't hold your breath. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates, not available in all states. It's universally accepted that golf is hard. Progressive cannot guarantee improved performance on the course.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Granger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-285-3636. 800-285-3636.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Did you know Harman Solar has gone super high tech? There's an amazing tool at harmansolar.com that'll give you an instant ballpark solar estimate using satellites from space. You just type in a little information, and within seconds, you'll have an idea of just how little money it takes to save big on that monthly electric bill. I did it, and within seconds, they measured my roof and calculated my savings. It's very impressive. Go to harmansolar.com and give it a try yourself. That's harmansolar.com.
Have you ever lifted a piece of furniture only to discover the carpet underneath looks brand new while the rest of it looks, well, not brand new? That's when you realize you need new carpet. At the Home Depot, we have a wide selection of all the top brands. Best of all, installation is included. So all you need to do is choose something that matches your style. Start your carpet project today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Installation included with qualifying purchases. Exclusions apply for licenses. HomeDepot.com/license numbers.
Now, you can be the guy that eventually gets bits and pieces of the latest news. Or you can get the whole story when it breaks. The NFL is always in season here.
That's how we do it.
Follow us on Facebook or Twitter. Or at 1580thefanatic.com.
Dave Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Dick Whisker says, good afternoon, guys. Just curious, do they still put Olympic athletes on the Wheaties box? I bet they do.
Yeah.
Anybody still eat wheat? I like Wheaties. I love the Wheaties. I haven't had that in a while. I'm going to tell my wife to get me some damn Wheaties.
See, I didn't like the Wheaties. I
Why
like
not?
the Special K better. Wheaties I thought was just too thin.
Isn't that kind of the same stuff?
No, I think Special K is more more of a thicker texture.
Really? Because we've had the Special K around. I don't know.
I
I'm just
the
going to get
Special
some.
K.
I'm going to get some anyway. I just
Wheaties?
because I want to. I don't remember.
I tried to like them, but I just.
It's all right, man. You don't have to. There ain't no rules. Let's see. Hamilton Porter says Paris is the city of love, unless, of course, you're Jewish, black, Muslim, gay, etc. Kyle G says, I thought Paris was the city of guillotines and poop rivers. Well,
Now
that's still true. That's all. That does check
guillotines,
out.
that's not current day, is it? I mean, they're not still lopping people's heads off there, are
Oh
they?
man,
And
it should.
Well, it's if they get pushed, it may make a comeback. Anytime
You want a deterrent?
somebody messes with the French work week, the way that they've got it set up, and all of the vacation time that they have, and all of the things that they have been provided. Any politician shows up and messes with that, they riot in the streets for like a month, every single time.
Man, but we use the guillotine for the death penalty first. That's quick, painless, right? They're all worried about stuff. And then you televise it. Hell of a deterrent if you did that, don't you think?
No, I don't.
I don't know.
like you said, it's quick and painless. I mean, how does that serve as anything?
Well,
I want something a little more,
Nobody wants to get removed from their head.
Well, I mean, I understand that.
Something to think about.
Maybe.
Pierre says that there were so many insults directed at him today that he remains silent. Yeah, okay.
What, that you appear to be rooting for two entirely different countries? You claim to be from either one, depending on the situation.
What do you mean, Pierre? Come on now.
These are not insults. These are facts. These are me just pointing out things you have said with your own thumbs on
Pierre,
our
it's a
text
better
line.
show when you're on it.
Is it? Irish for me says, what do you think about Notre Dame this year? Be nice. Go Irish. Didn't you ask this yesterday?
Well, that was quite a blow that their offensive lineman, that big kid, what's his name? Keon got hurt.
Bob Bobaroff.
Bob Bobaroff is not on Notre Dame. He's in Nebraska.
Oh,
well, I can't think of his name. That was a big blow, but I don't know.
Jim Jimerson.
I see the problem with Notre Dame is they have such high academic standards there. It's hard to get, really the quality football players there, because they expect the football team to be academically sound as well, and you've got to meet some stringent standards in order to play athletics at Notre Dame, and I applaud them for that. It's just not like anybody can go to Notre Dame.
So you're talking about Jagush, the left tackle who tore his pec.
Yeah, he's out for the season. That's kind of a big blow for them.
It is, but I do think that they've got a deep football team, and every year that they've had under Marcus Freeman, I think that he's been able to perform a little bit better and a little bit better every year for the last couple of seasons, and their schedule is. They've got some tough games on the schedule that they're going to have to figure out how to win, but it's a pretty favorable schedule for them, all things considered. They're going to have to figure out a way to beat Texas A&M. They start the season with them. They've got Louisville, and that's a well-coached football team. The Seminoles are later on in the year, Trojans. So like they've got matchups where if they win those matchups and then win the games they're supposed to win, there is a path to the expanded college football playoff for them.
888-368-1580. Irish for me says, that moment you're picking up your pizza and you yell at a car who's blocking someone in, it's like, hey, F-head, move so they can leave. It ended up being an Uber for an employee who was leaving. I apologize, and I am now on my way home.
With your tail firmly planted between your legs.
Oh wait, no, that's T-licious. The
What?
text line. The text line is doing that thing where it gives the wrong names to people. Yeah, that was T-licious. Sorry. CK says Pierre sounds like Kamala Harris.
I
doesn't
don't
make
know
any sense.
in what context, and I honestly, genuinely do not care.
She does have an annoying voice, but we have never heard Pierre talk.
That's I don't know.
I mean-
that's really not a way to vote for a candidate, but I don't care. I don't care.
Well, he said it sounds like her. So
how can you sound like a person you've heard speak
That's what
from
we just
another
said.
person through text?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just
Wow, it was a fast show today, guys.
No, there's another hour.
Oh.
We have another hour. Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
After left,
It's
he
not
says,
football
"Man,
season yet,
I can't believe forgot about our boy Chucky MacD. He's doing the Lord's work, getting people out of predatory timeshares. Well, he should have run for president instead of that other guy we used to hear."
Bobby Quiggs.
Can you believe I'm going to say the following sentence? Those would have been easier commercials to listen to.
Bobby Quiggs?
No, if it had been timeshare guy, I'm running for president.
I'm on the road to the White House.
I'm going to get this entire country out of a timeshare. All right. Hour 2 is in the books. Coming up next, it's hour 3. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-285-3636. 800-285-3636.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. Did you know that the Lund Mortgage Team was founded back in 1999? That's right, they're celebrating 25 years in existence this year. And you know what you have to do to stay in business that long? You have to be good at what you do. And the Lund Mortgage Team is not just good, they are great. They have helped thousands of people save thousands of dollars over those 25 years here in the Valley of the Sun. They only lend in Arizona. And they're mortgage brokers, which means they can shop your rate around. They're not tied to just one set of rates. Mortgage rates can get crazy. They can get high. They can get low. There's good times to strike and there's times to stay on the sideline. Let the Lund Mortgage Team be your coach, be your team leader when it comes to these huge decisions. Call 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940, or you can always check them out at lundmortgage.com. Great website with all the tools you need. Call them today. They're my great friends, and you'll love them. It's the Lund Mortgage Team.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Granger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Let's say you've got questions. You're looking into solar, but you don't know where to start. Well, Harmon Solar has the answers. Hi, I'm Jeffrey O'Brien, and listen, there's a couple of ways you can go here. One, visit harmonsolar.com, browse around, because right across the page, they got links to all sorts of great information, like frequently asked questions, equipment, tax credits, even testimonials. Or just give them a call, 800-281-3189. Ask them directly. They'd love to hear from you. That's 800-281-3189. Or just go to harmonsolar.com.
Will Shakespeare here. Back in my day, I invented over 1,700 slang words like swagger, bedazzled, and my personal favorite, besmirch. But even I have trouble understanding slang words like yeet or bougie or
this is fire.
Actually, it is extremely smooth Shakespeare vodka.
Okay, boomer.
See what I mean? But there is one word that describes the pure quadruple distilled spirit crafted from an 8th century Polish recipe the first time you try it.
So lit.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Shakespeare vodka. So lit.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
For what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And I think I can smell another fake texter. This is somebody from the 520 says, "Hi, new texter here. I'm from Tucson, so hopefully no hate for this Wildcat fan." Come on, man. That is so obviously fake. That's obviously fake.
Maybe it's not.
If they've listened to the show, they already know how I feel about Tucson, how I feel about the Wildcats. And a new texter is that's not going to be the first text of a new texter. You know what I'm saying? Especially not from Tucson. From Tucson, it'd be like, that's what it would be.
I don't know how you type that, though.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know I could read it that way. I don't believe you. See, look what you've done to me, you people with your fake texts. You know, people accuse me of being the one putting the fake text like I'm Phil Hendry over here. You know, come on, man. I ain't doing that. So, no, I'm sorry. I don't believe you. Also, you use proper punctuation. There's no way somebody from Tucson can do that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That was the dead giveaway. Proper punctuation. Fake texter. Hey, did you hear about the Olympian Thomas Craig got arrested for he's a field hockey player from Australia, and he was like, "Hey, we're having a good time here. How about I go in and buy a gram of cocaine from a drug dealer?" You know, and he got arrested. He got arrested,
Whoops.
so busted for buying coke from a teenage drug dealer. And I don't know if it was a setup. I don't know what the deal was, but I guess the dealer was carrying 75 ecstasy pills, 7 vials of cocaine. You know, so yeah, that's not good. That is not good. But I think he was done with his events, so he was just like, "Hey, just field hockey. Come on." We pretend there's ice out there. How do you think we do that? How do you think we do that?
I don't think they're pretending.
Good imagination
is out there. They use a little stick that looks like a hockey stick, but it
doesn't even. I mean, it goes down. It looks like a candy cane, an inverted candy.
It's actually hard. It looks harder to keep track of the ball and
Mm-hmm.
move it with that. Yeah.
So awkward. So anyway, that guy, he was out there buying drugs, and he came out later. Of course, he said the speech that everybody says, you know, the stuff they always say. They say, "I'd like to apologize. I made a terrible mistake and take full responsibility for my actions. My actions are my own and in no way reflect the values of my family, my teammates, my friends, blah, 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 blah." But at least he didn't say,
he didn't
"This
say
isn't who I am."
Yeah. He said it doesn't reflect on them. And
he said the right things, actually. He did.
Yeah. For once, a person did a thing and then owned it.
But he says, "I'm truly embarrassed and I'm truly sorry, but also I'm still looking to score."
He said, "I have embarrassed you all."
I'm still looking to score.
Well, they took the stuff, and I am still.
And if anybody's listening, and you know where I can get a hookup,
I mean, I'm already in trouble, so if anybody's got
Olympic Village, just hit me up.
A little help here.
I mean, Hut 221.
Yeah, just
hit me up.
Do you know who Kodak Black is?
Yeah. Yeah.
What does he do? What does Kodak Black do?
He's a rapper.
So a youth football team had him out to give us a talk. And it was like, "Hey, just tell the kids don't do drugs. You know, tell the kids this stuff like that." He's like, "Yeah, I got this. I got this." He goes out there. He says, "Say no to drugs because they too good. You're going to like them and then you go crazy."
Yeah, that sounds like him. It's when you said Kodak Black talked to children, I was like, oh, that could have gone any number of ways. That
I don't know why they'd ask him specifically. But everybody in the crowd was like, "What?"
You might want to try a rapper who's not currently doing drugs.
He continued.
Oh no.
When I was at my stage chewing on them perks, I ain't gonna say I popped them bitches. He says, but when I was at my stage, I was chewing like, bro, I swear to God, and I can't read some of these things he's saying, but he says I was chewing 100 perks a day, man. Average like 40, average.
That guy's poor kidneys. I don't know what to.
And all these kids are looking at him like, I want to go home. He says, bro, I'm explaining myself. Okay. I don't want y'all to hear that and then take that and feel like it's okay to do that. Do you feel me? Nobody in the crowd. No, not one person felt him.
No. And that's on every person that invited him to speak to children. You can't do that. If a quick Google search of Kodak Black will tell you that was a bad idea from the start. Like, there are people who have done drugs who can tell you, oh yeah, no.
It was Florida.
It was Florida, but there are other rappers in Florida.
No. I mean, that's just because they're dumb.
Just because they're in Florida. Yeah, I suppose.
Hugely.
What a bad decision from top to bottom.
Yeah, that's a hugely bad idea.
Ugh.
Say no to drugs because they good. They too good. You're going to like them and go crazy.
Thank you, Mr. Black.
If you go to Kodak Black Wikipedia page and just go down to where it says legal issues, you'll know that man shouldn't be speaking to any group of children or any group of adults. Honestly, what were they thinking? That's terrible.
It's like having Jared from Subway come talk to you about at-risk youth.
Yeah, it's just
not the right guy.
You know the situation, but not from the side that we want to actually explain to kids. So yeah, it's just not. It's not great.
Hefty Lefty says they would have had better luck getting Tyrone Biggums to do that speech. F the process says that's a fair point, and then never mind. I think that was a text for somebody else. Oh, that was him. Moist One says Kodak Black was the guy bumping uglies in a suite at that Florida Panthers game. The guy got tossed out. Oh, no, that checks out. That's right. Robert from Surprise says, I wonder if they serve cheese and wine in the parish presence. Might not be a bad place to get arrested. The hell
I think he means the Paris prisons. He's talking about the Australian that got arrested for buying the cocaine. And I don't think that's how prison works in Europe.
T-Licious says, can't wait to watch a replay of USA versus Serbia game. Also, how do I sign up for your guys' fantasy football? All right, so here's the deal. If you want to play fantasy football, you send an email to blender@1580thefanatic.com. Okay, so that's what you do if you want to join us for that. If you want to do our Harmon Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em contest, go to 1580thefanatic.com. And there's a link you click on right there, and the password, all the information how to join. That is where you do it from. So there you go, T-Licious, and good luck to you. Cardinal Art says fentanyl really is a dangerous drug. Kodak Black is whack.
Really?
Thanks, Cardinal Art. Anyway, so let's talk about the Chicago White Sox. They're like, hey, we finally won a game. What do you want to do now? Let's fire the manager. They went, what was it, 27 games? A losing streak?
21.
However many they lost, then they won one. Then they're like, hey, Pedro, got a minute? He's like, now? You're firing me? We just won.
That doesn't make any sense.
No.
It's just whatever, man.
Like, if the streak was bothering you, you could have fired him 7 games ago and it would have made sense.
Let the rebuild begin.
Now?
That's
all
the
you kept
rebuild
repeating.
I just can't understand why they did that.
The rebuild should already have been happening. He's not going to lead you on to more victories. The man just lost 21 games in a row.
You're going to pay him for a full year. You've got less than 50 games left to play. Let the guy finish out the year and then cut him loose on the first day after the end of the season.
He only has 28 victories. That's where the 28 came from.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I guess they're on pace to be worse than the 62 Mets. Whew. So they fired him.
So they saved him from that fate, I guess.
But now they brought in a guy that was familiar to the Arizona Diamondbacks organization. Grady Sizemore is now the interim manager. He's never managed before, but his most recent job was a $15 an hour intern with the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Well,
I wonder why the White Sox aren't doing well.
He also played Major League Baseball.
Sure.
Let's not make Grady Sizemore seem
getting there.
Okay. He's like,
but his last job was $15 an hour intern for the Arizona Diamondbacks. But so now, I mean, this is a shocking. Well, it's interim. I don't know, but the Diamondbacks are like, sorry, what?
Surely there must be a guy on that staff that has managed a baseball team before on some level.
Ken Kendrick's like, no, you got to give 2 weeks. Hey, if you leave now, don't ever come back. You left.
Because if the goal was tanking, the last guy seemed like he was doing a pretty good job.
See, I don't see like it was. I don't think it was tanking.
I don't think so either.
Generally bad, and they've had a lot of bad luck, and it's just a bad team overall. And unfortunately, the manager's going to take this one in the shorts. So he's already gone, which is going to relieve. I mean, he's probably at home sitting back with his hands over his head, like, yeah, this is living here, still getting a game check every day. I mean,
that's
good
true.
night. And then they're going to hire Grady Sizemore and have him come in to be the interim head coach.
He was a good player when he played. It's pretty
good.
good.
And if you're Grady,
well, I mean,
you kind of feel like you have to take the job because,
well, I mean, it's $15 an hour, or
well, I think on
Chicago
on this. Well, wasn't he on the Chicago staff?
No, he was with the Diamondbacks.
He was with the Diamondbacks in a executive, but administrative.
They hired him away directly.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was like his when he was previously the last team that he was actually a staff member of was the Diamondbacks.
Let me see here.
Is how I understood that.
I'll just read it right from this thing.
Okay.
It says Sizemore retired after the 2015 season and was out of baseball until 2023. That's when he asked a friend with the Arizona Diamondbacks, hey, got any positions around there? And they're like, no. So he took an internship that paid $15 an hour. He surprised everyone with this move, including the Diamondbacks. During his time as an intern, he impressed Josh Barfield, director of player development, who Sizemore had played with in Cleveland. When Barfield was hired as the assistant general manager of the White Sox, Sizemore followed him and joined the coaching staff.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, they hired him directly from another team, and he's got no experience.
I should have taken this back out of the garbage.
Okay.
The story was more interesting before I
it didn't make any sense to me. I was like, I've never heard of that happening.
The story was better before I did that.
It is a better story, but it's also
don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Didn't happen.
Swazman says Reinsdorf, owner of the White Sox and former Chicago Tribune plus famous Chicago Bulls owner, he wants to move everything to Nashville.
Well, I hadn't heard that.
I hadn't heard that either, and also that would be incredibly messed up, man. The White Sox.
He still owns the Bulls, doesn't he, Reinsdorf?
Yeah.
And doesn't he have a stake in the Blackhawks?
Too.
Doesn't he have a stake in the NHL, the Blackhawks as well?
Let me get some info on that.
Kyle G says, I don't know how they can replace the White Sox manager. It'll be tough for sure, given how many qualified candidates there are. Lots of little league coaches to interview, that kind of thing.
Wow.
And then they won't want the job either. There's probably going to be a short list of people who are actually like, yeah, I'll do that.
Well, I mean, what they need to do is just break this team up into pieces. You keep a couple of key players and build around them. And this team, though, the best thing you can do is break it apart. Everybody goes away, trade, get some respectable players, get some trade assets, get some farm assets, and get this team turned completely around. And I don't know that Grady Sizemore, I don't know if he's the guy that's going to be doing the job. I mean, he's probably just a fill-in. I would not imagine that they would hire him as the permanent manager after this season. I think this is just giving him an opportunity to get some time behind the bench and run a team. At least he has those. He could do that. But yeah, they've got to break this team up, man.
And that's the other reason where, like, if the season wasn't going the way you wanted, and it hasn't for the whole season, when you start getting to the trade deadline, that was the time to be selling guys off. And then you fire the manager, or just ride it out to the end of the year because you know you're bad.
Andy's probably right. Just give this guy a little experience. See how he does.
I mean, and look, he's going to relate to younger players, so like that's going to be at least a bonus there. He's going to understand how things
Watch
work.
him go on like a 40-game winning streak or something.
That would be absolutely hilarious. Also, Jerry Reinsdorf is not a part owner of the Blackhawks. However, he's very close with the ownership group there, and they basically put their money together to build a United Arena where the Bulls and Blackhawks play.
Swazman says Nashville, Tennessee pro baseball sounds pretty cool, actually. And yes, it is all true, Randy. And he wants to move the team to Nashville so his family can get the inheritance tax free.
Wow.
He could do that and still own the team in Chicago.
Well, of course he could.
So I don't understand that. Moise one says Tony La Russa is going to hire himself.
Tony La Russa doesn't know where he's at this very moment.
Yeah, you could ask him. He won't know. Kenton says, seeing the new NFL kickoff, I don't have a problem with it. I don't know until I see it in a game, and it doesn't matter if we have a problem with it. It's the new rule, so everybody's got to learn to live with it.
I just want to see. I want to see it after some of these special teams coaches figure out a way to get
manipulate
it, and some of the players start to get a better handle on where the hell they're supposed to line up and what they're doing.
There's a game tonight, isn't there?
There is. It's on right now.
Game tonight. Yeah,
it was the Bears.
No,
that was tonight.
That was last week.
Panthers and somebody,
Patriots,
isn't
I think. Yeah, Patriots leading the Panthers 7-0 in the second quarter. Not that anybody cares.
No, don't do that.
It's just that the numbers were in front of my face. I read them. It was a habit.
Scores don't matter. Come on.
I know. It was a habit. It just came. I saw the numbers and then I said them.
Listen, I had to turn the sound off the TV. My wife got excited when the Hall of Fame game was on. So she's like, oh yeah, turn it on. I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah, I turned it on. So I turned it on, and then Joe Buck was all getting excited. Like, wow, it's a high scoring affair. Well, we were like, no, shut up. Just, nope. I had to mute it. Can't do it.
Joe Buck.
I told her, I says, we got a choice. I'm going to mute it. We're going to put it on SAP and listen to this in Spanish. Because I just can't. I can't listen to him talk about a preseason game like it matters.
Alex wouldn't mind the Spanish translation of the game. She wouldn't mind that at all.
No, it's very entertaining. It's very entertaining. Okay, so here's the thing. Remember we were like, yeah, they should be fining players when they get into fights in games, right? And it's like, well, the NFL doesn't do that. I mean, when they get into fights in practices, and it turns out they still don't. The joint practices, they'll fine you if one team is fighting another. But say DK Metcalf hitting his own teammate with a helmet, they have nothing to say about that. So that's kind of dumb.
These are individual franchises. You run your own practice. You have to manage it.
I get that, but it's a thing where it needs to be stopped, and everybody's like, well, we'll handle this internally, and then nothing's being handled. I feel like you got to be consistent with the way you do
these
things.
Organizations have gotten soft. This is not on the NFL, because Bill Parcells used to find the absolute bleep out of people. Especially if star players were involved, he's like, no, we're fining you. And the organization is allowed to do that. They can fine players. So there's no reason why you can't fine a player to get them to stop an action. Why does the NFL have to come down from on high and fine your player when you were there? You know exactly what happened.
Because they're not. because they're
It's
not
just-
doing it. And it needs to be a thing where, okay, we're not just going to fine the player. It's also going to have an impact on the team as well. They've got to get this under control, because it seems like every season we're talking about these practice fights, and they're getting to be bigger and bigger. They're getting to be not just a little bit of guys grabbing each other. Now it's starting to get crazy. We were like, oh my God, when Aaron Donald was sitting there dual wielding helmets and it's just, somebody's going to get really good.
I don't know that these practice fights are getting worse. Like, if you read the practice fight stories from the NFL over the years, they're insane, because football players are crazy people, because you have to be kind of off to play football. And so, like, I don't know that that's getting worse. It seems like they've always been about this level of crazy. I mean, you can go all the way back to the 80s and the 70s and hear some of the stories. These stories aren't now just crazy. It's just we're seeing them. We didn't have reporters and fans at the practices the way we do now. So we're seeing a lot of it, but man.
All right, you and I negotiate. Okay. So you say the team should be responsible for dealing with their own fining and their own discipline for a practice fight. All right. How about I say this? How about, okay, that's all good until somebody starts swinging a helmet.
If you think that that's the major issue there, of safety, and the league does say that that's what they want, I think that they could make the case that falls under their purview of things of player safety. I guess that could work, but like swinging helmets,
the players know, hey, if I swing a helmet, something bad's going to happen. Now it's just the same old pushing and shoving kind of thing, and it's no big deal.
Maybe I don't know what every team's policy on this is. I don't know who's fining and who's not fining.
Randy, he doesn't know how to negotiate. This is where he's supposed to say, yeah, you're right. And that was supposed to be it. Why didn't he just
that's not what
how this negotiation was supposed to go.
Negotiating isn't when I just roll over and say that you're right about the thing you're saying.
I feel like that's what should have happened.
Genuinely. You remind me all the time that you were a younger brother. I am an oldest. I didn't lose negotiations. I may have lost fights because there was a point where my younger brother was physically bigger than me, and I was
also an older brother. So
yeah, I know
he was in the middle. Jeffrey's in the middle.
Oldest. I don't know what to tell you, man.
I'm older than you.
Okay,
dang it, I'm the middle child again, even on this show.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know what to tell you.
I felt like I gave a good option here. I felt it was a good option. Case of Coke says, Randy, how can the White Sox build a team around the Bat Boy, clubhouse staff, and team equipment manager?
That's a good point.
Listen, we come back. Let's talk some Arizona Cardinals and stuff. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic. Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
College football, the preseason coaches poll was released on Monday. The Georgia Bulldogs were ranked number one. They got 46 of the first place votes, and they're the betting favorites to win this year's national championship. Georgia at plus 280. Ohio State ranked second. They are plus 400 to win the national title. Oregon plus 650. Texas joining the SEC for the first time, plus 850. Alabama under new coach Kalen DeBoer is at plus 1400. The Ole Miss Rebels, who are ranked sixth in the preseason poll, are also plus 1,400 to win the national championship. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games. Team USA men's basketball had to work for a spot in the gold medal game. Steve Futterman has more.
The U.S. trailed most of the game. In fact, entering the final 10-minute period, the Americans were behind by 13 points, but that's when the U.S. went to work, outscoring Serbia by 17 to win the game 95-91. Steph Curry, the top scorer with 36 points. The U.S. will now play France for the gold medal.
3 gold medals for the U.S. at Stade de France tonight. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone repeating as Olympic champ in the women's 400-meter hurdles. She set a world record. Grant Holloway wins the men's 110-meter hurdles. And Tara Davis-Woodall rockets to gold in the women's long jump. That brings Team USA to 30 gold medals in Paris, one more than second-place China. With this Summer Games update, I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Total Wireless is made to totally keep up with you. We now have unlimited data that never slows you down. Covered by the Verizon 5G network. And for less than $30 a month, we make your phone your ride or die. Switch now and pick a free 5G phone with qualified plan purchase. And your fourth line at no additional cost. Visit your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Have you ever lifted a piece of furniture only to discover the carpet underneath looks brand new while the rest of it looks, well, not brand new? That's when you realize you need new carpet. At the Home Depot, we have a wide selection of all the top brands. Best of all, installation is included. So all you need to do is choose something that matches your style. Start your carpet project today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Installation included with qualifying purchases. Exclusions apply for licenses. See homedepot.com/license numbers.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ken Barkley here, reminding you to check out You Better You Bet. Why, you ask? Well, because we bring the fun, the insight, and all the wagertainment you need. Plus, hopefully, we win a couple bets along the way. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come with them, obviously. Plus, betting analysis from some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. Join myself and Nick Costos and tune into You Better You Bet. Weekdays from noon to 3 on Arizona's sports betting station 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. So, all right, the Arizona Cardinals will have a preseason game on Saturday at 5 p.m. What channel is that on, by the way? I can't remember. Is that always on NBC, Channel 12, or was it moved over to Channel 3 or 5 or what? I'm not. Somebody look that up because I don't know.
I don't watch. I usually watch it on the network. I think it's 12.
But it's on the NFL Plus, so this, unless you have NFL Plus, you won't be able to see it. But here locally, I think they're going to show it on. I think they used to be on Channel 12. I think they might have moved to. I could be wrong. I don't know. Somebody needs to tell me that. And then, of course, for my Colts, they've got a game Sunday morning with the Broncos. Yeah, whatever. And then the Commandos and the Jets, they're, 9 a.m. 9 a.m., Keon. Are you waking up for this?
I am.
For real?
Yeah. Got a new quarterback. I just want to see the guy.
No, that's fair. But you've seen him play for ASU. You know what he does.
I want to see him at the NFL level, play against NFL players.
You got NFL Plus?
I don't.
And then how are you going to see it?
I'll figure it out.
He's like, shut up.
There are websites. I'll figure it out.
Can you help me figure it out? Can you give me
I can, yeah.
Can you send me an email? I don't know how to. Yeah. Big George says, question for Keon. How's your eye doing? Did you teach that yellow jacket? It wasn't a yellow jacket, dude. It was a wasp.
It was just a wasp. And
black wasp, or was it those yellow ones?
I couldn't tell.
Because the yellow ones come and drink out of the pool, and they're generally they don't mess with it. The black ones, they're the ones who will they'll wait for you outside with a knife.
I checked the whole washing room area. I didn't see where they would be in there. So
really,
yeah,
you might have been just looking for a place to live, and you came and startled him, and he was like, "Oh, Jesus!"
Yeah, maybe.
Saints Cardinals this weekend will be on CBS. Sorry to interrupt the conversation about
that's Channel 5.
CBS
CBS Channel 5. So you got Pearl Harbor going into your laundry room, and you can't even find where to strike back.
Yeah, I didn't buy the spray yet, but I just wanted to find it first.
You should always have the spray.
And then if I found it, then I was gonna go get the spray. And
dude, that is the wrong order of things. You go get the spray before you start looking for that thing.
Yep, that's true.
You don't do recon on a wasp. You kill the wasp.
If I found it, I would do that.
Did you look up in the corners? Up in the
yeah.
They make these little mud houses. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You know what a wasp nest looks like, right? It's not like, I know there's, I don't know, down south they have those things that hang and they look like, like little round cone thingies. They don't do that here. They're mud. They're always mud splotches.
The ones in
little circles in them.
Guyana are similar.
Oh, okay.
Little, yeah. So,
see, that's not right.
Yeah. Still gonna wait for the bug people to show up though.
No. Yeah, let them. I don't know what they can do though. It's like unless they find them.
Yeah, like I didn't go. Like there's also a little gap behind like the washing machine and dryer. I didn't decide to go back there.
Oh yeah,
just yet because it's like all right. If it's back there, then I would probably disturb it looking for it.
Are you doing your laundry or no?
I've got clean laundry, so
you run in there. Just throw it in.
He's coming. The guy's supposed to be there Monday. So,
wow. So let me give you a little bit of advice here. You go on the Amazon, look up fake wasp nests, and what you do is you get one of those things and you hang it like right around there, and that will that also will make the wasp be like, oh, somebody already lives in the neighborhood. I'll be moving.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So look at that up on Amazon. I don't know how much they cost, but like they can't like little paper mache things can't be too expensive.
I don't think so. Yeah. That's worth it.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Because it's not fun.
Chosen One says, you get the spray before you find them. Similar to getting a plunger or fire extinguisher, before you need it.
Well,
I think it's like $5.
Yeah.
It's not expensive. So you need to kill the hell out of that thing if you see it again.
Correct. I owe him one. With interest. Because if I find him again, he's dead.
I saw this video of this guy. He was like crazy. He did like, hey, I'll show you how to deal with the wasp there. And he had somebody recording him. And he goes over. He's like, hey, look, there's a wasp right there. And he grabs it and he starts just doing this. Just killed it like that with his hand. Just rolled around in basic. Because, they got that skinny little body. So it's like easy to break them up.
Yeah. Well, what an absolute madman. No way.
Unless he was like a bricklayer who had really tough hands. I just look, I gotta send you that video. I gotta find that. This guy's just like didn't even care. He's just like poop out of midair, just rubbed it together. That dude's crazy. Big Jar says scented dryer sheets, Keon. Put them around your laundry room. Wasps stay away. Mailmen do this trick for mailboxes.
Also didn't know that.
But a can of poison spray, that's a good.
Oh, this is one of those, going tactical. I'm getting everything.
Case the Coach says, on the golf course, I had a bee that would constantly land on my ear. 5 minutes, that little bleep wouldn't leave me alone. Did he sting you? I mean, what? How did that end? A bee? Yeah, the honeybees.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, bees usually don't just because they'll die if they do.
All right, so King Kitten says, on Fox and CBS Sundays, NFL games also have live Spanish announcers on the SAP button on the remote. My main living room TV, for some reason, always goes to the second audio channel. Well, you're better off if it's Joe Buck. That's probably the best. All right. So anyway, let's talk about Clayton Tune for a second. I'm confused. So the wife and kid, they went over to the training camp the other day. And they were watching Clayton Tune. And they came home raving about Clayton Tune. Oh, my God, he looked so good out there. He just looked great. Oh, he's solid. Boy, man, that guy was. But then I saw online sports writers saying Clayton Tune is just a pile of hot garbage. Oh, he did horrible out there. That was a bad showing for Clayton Tune. And I'm like, well, I don't know what is going on. Is Clayton Tune going to be good or not? Because I don't know what the sports writers were seeing that my wife and kid were not seeing, because they saw him out there in practice and he hit his targets and he was doing great.
Yeah, and I think that this is actually one of the things where it gets hard if you're just a average person trying to evaluate a practice, is you don't know what he's supposed to be looking at or where he's supposed to be throwing the football, and if he, didn't go through his progressions in the right order, or if he made a throw that a receiver kind of helped him a little bit or would have been intercepted in a game. Like, that stuff is always going to show up. Clayton Tune's going to look good to like me or anybody else that doesn't really know.
You trying to say my wife doesn't know football?
I included myself in that group of people. And I think I know football, but like, I don't know what the Cardinals want. That's a different thing. What do the Cardinals want their quarterbacks to be doing?
I can't protect you, right?
Yeah. I was not suggesting that she didn't know football, but we're not talking to these people the way the writers are. The writers have a better idea of what's actually supposed to be happening. And even they don't know everything. The coaches aren't going to sit there and explain it to you. And there are things that the writers have a little more access and a little more knowledge to that any of them, that they're not going to put specifics of scheme and stuff out there, but they have a better idea of where Clayton Tune's supposed to be going with the football and the timing of certain routes. He may be late on some of these things, but they let the play continue just because you're getting the reps in. So he's got a big arm that's going to always look good. He's an accurate passer, like as far as putting the ball where it's supposed to be. But does he know what he's doing when it comes to reading a defense and do these plays? Would they actually be completions in a game? And my guess is no.
Well, they were also saying that Desmond Ridder, who, by the way, is listed number 2 on the depth chart at the moment, Desmond Ridder, who came over from the Falcons, he could not complete a pass to save his life, but he's listed as number 2 on the depth. I'm just confused. That's fine.
It might just be that Desmond Ridder, being a more mobile guy, plays a little bit more like Kyler. That's your that's probably what they're thinking about there. That's why they got him. But granted, he doesn't have the arm that Kyler or Tune have, so that's part of his problem. Is he's got a pop gun arm.
Oh, hey, Randy, the Cardinals still are at work trying to fill the gap of BJ Ojulari. They worked out Carl Lawson. I don't know if that's any sort of interest to you or not. Carl Lawson. Yeah.
But another big name.
Well, don't be rude.
Was in college anyway. Carl Lawson played at Auburn, I think.
Well, he played the last 3 seasons with the Jets, and he had 7 sacks in 2022, and then after coming back from a torn Achilles, and he started every game in 2022, but just sort of fell out of the rotation last year. He only played in 6 games, so he's not bad, but you remember, you just got to fill the spaces, man. You got to get somebody in there.
The season starts essentially in a month. You're not getting a big name. You're not getting a high profile guy. You need, at the very least, a replacement level player who can give you average production at the position. That's the best you can do right now.
Sounds like that's what we're bringing in to try out.
That's all that's available. If the person was any good, they're already on a team.
I don't know. My eyes are burning right now. Is there something wrong with the air? Is there like a pollution advisory or something? My eyes just started burning. Or maybe it's just I'm trying not to cry because we're going to miss you, Nick Foles. No, that's not it. That couldn't possibly be it. Nick Foles retired. He says he's finally 5 years past when he probably should have, but still, he's retiring. He's 35 years old, and he says it's been an incredible 11-year journey. Oh, I thought he was around longer than that. Like the last 5 years, he should have been done. So, wow. All right. Well, he's a made man in Philly. That's all I know.
Yeah,
they got a statue of him and everything.
Congratulations, Nick Foles.
You're the backup that went against Tom Brady in a Super Bowl and won. That's just and the most touchdown passes in a single NFL game. Nick Foles is tied for that lead with Y.A. Tittle and Peyton Manning.
How many passes was that?
7.
Yeah, he just used it all pretty quick, didn't he? Just used it up really quick.
He just had moments.
When he showed up with the Colts.
wasn't consistent. Well, I mean, he also managed to do nothing for Jacksonville, Chicago as well. So it's not just you, if that helps anything.
Well, Joe Flacco is now a Colt in his 17th season. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, Jeff. Go.
I hope we never need him.
Yeah, I mean, that's the same thing for every backup. I don't get stressed about my backups. Like, I'm not thrilled about Marcus Mariota, but like, if I see Marcus Mariota, season's over. So like, what am I stressing about?
Fish Tank says, "Hey, what's the pool ID on that pick'em?" God damn. Feel like you're about to get that question a lot. You might want to add that to the website. Okay. No, he's right.
Yeah.
He's right. I'll go take care of that. I'll take care of that after the show.
The link doesn't just take you there.
I thought it did.
It took me there. I didn't have to. I don't know.
Well, did you before you? I don't know what people are doing.
Maybe
I don't know what people
are
doing.
From the email instead. Maybe that's why.
It's all right. I can handle this. Don't worry. Here we go. Hold on a second here. I had it earlier. Here it is. It's 94030. That is the pool ID for the Harmon Solar NFL Fan Pick'em contest. 94030. I'm going to take care of that.
94030.
We got to take a break. When we come back, we got on this date in Big George's sports history. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Total Wireless is made to totally keep up with you. We now have unlimited data that never slows you down. Covered by the Verizon 5G network. And for less than $30 a month, we make your phone your ride or die. Switch now and pick a free 5G phone with qualified plan purchase. And your fourth line at no additional cost. Visit your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-694-1010. That's 1-800-694-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-694-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
O'Reilly. Don't miss out on summer brake deals at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get 15% off a set of Brake Best Select, Select Pro, or Import Direct brake pads and 2 rotors. Restore quality braking and improve stopping performance with parts and advice from the professional parts people. Save money now when you visit O'Reilly Auto Parts or O'ReillyAuto.com. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At Skechers, we put the S in comfort. Now, I know you're probably spelling comfort in your head and asking yourself, is that possible? Am I just a really bad speller? Look, I don't know your spelling aptitude, but Skechers most definitely put the S in comfort, because Skechers is the comfort technology company and has developed fits and features that change everything you know about comfort, like hands-free Skechers slip-ins, the ultimate in comfort and convenience. It's footwear you just step into and they're on, with no bending down. Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Brent Musburger. Don't miss Betting Across America, Saturdays at 11 a.m. right here on Arizona Sports Betting Station, 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
Dave Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So I guess I'm faster than I thought I was because I was able to go ahead and update 1580thefanatic.com that quickly. The pool ID is now on there. So is the password for you guys to join in to the Harmon Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em contest. We found out earlier today from Radio Ron that this year's weekly prizes will be a $50 gift card to Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. So that's pretty damn nice right there.
Yeah.
And like we said, you don't have to wait forever to get it. You'll get it pretty quick. So anyways, you could win $1,580 first place prize if you are the big winner. So go on over to 1580thefanatic.com. Everything you need, all the info, and now for real, all the info is waiting for you right there. And if you have never played fantasy football with us before, you want to play with us, Blender at 1580thefanatic.com.
You know, Jeff, I got you covered on this one right here.
Boy,
Blender at 1580thefanatic.com for fantasy football.
See, I got you covered.
Blender at 1580thefanatic.com for fantasy football.
There you go.
Well, I appreciate it, but sometimes I could just say it. It's okay. But, you know,
I'm just trying to take some of the stress off of you.
No, I mean, I'll definitely take advantage of that as we get closer and closer to doing stuff. And by the way, if you have not emailed me and said, hey, I am playing this year, then you're going to be thrown out of the league that you're in. Now, I sent out an email to everybody. You may not have seen that. So if you haven't emailed me, you need to email me what league you're in, what your name is, what your team name is, and then I'll make sure that you're good, because we're going to start cleaning out the people who joined up and then just sort of disappeared on us. And, you know, it's nothing worse than having a team just sit there and it's like you can't trade with them and they're not picking a lineup and it's auto drafted. So we're cracking down on that this year. So make sure that if you have played with us in the fantasy football, let me know that you're still there if you haven't already. Now, I think League 5 and League 8, almost everybody from their league has responded to that email. Yeah, not so much everybody else. So you need to get on that. Deadline is going to be August 15th. I just made that up. 888-368-1580. I probably should warn people that since I just made it up.
Just drop that one out of nowhere, huh?
Angry Texan says, what's that email address again for fantasy football? Blender at 1580thefanatic.com. Didn't work.
Because you send an email to it.
Oh, here's why. It's not blender1580fanatic.com. It's blender at 1580thefanatic.com. There's a the in there, or I don't know, whatever. And it's not like we're Ohio State. We're not precious, but I'm just saying blender at 1580thefanatic.com. We're the Fanatic. We're not just Fanatic. So that's kind of on you, Angry Texan.
Yep.
I mean, you heard it 3 times just now.
Yep.
So, you know.
Now, well, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I mean, but who's counting? Anyway.
A serious storm cell has formed in the Northeast Valley, and it's swiping across the city.
Oh, fantastic.
So there's a severe thunderstorm watch for Cave Creek, Peoria, Deer Valley. So winds possibly up to 50 miles an hour, a lot of lightning strikes. I'm watching it move. It's a fast moving storm. So
is it tornado like?
It is not tornado. I have not reported any tornado activity.
Yeah, let's
at all
pump the brakes on that after last time.
But I will say there was no last time. I will say that this is moving pretty quick. So those of you that are going home, be careful. It's going to be a lot of wind, a lot of lightning activity, and a pretty severe looking storm. I mean, it's right now it's just hitting Cave Creek. Fountain Hills is next, and it looks like it's just going to sweep right across the middle of the city. So do be careful out there.
All right. Yeah, be careful, everybody. Be careful. Hey, they came out with the list of the 6 deadliest jobs in America.
Okay.
Loggers.
Radio DJ is number 1.
Yeah, it's not even near it. Not even near it.
Okay.
Loggers. 101 deaths per 100,000 workers. That's like loggers.
Could see that.
Well, they're working with saws,
Well, there's saws and the trees could fall on them. And
Right. And then after that, and I know we've got some who listen to this show, roofers.
Oh, yeah.
58 deaths per 100,000.
I could see that.
I'm thinking, because I watch the guys on the roofs, and how do you not fall off like all the time? I'd be falling off all the time.
I did a little roofing in my day.
Yeah.
Roofing.
It's too hot here for that nonsense.
Mm.
This is one, I think we've all seen the shows on TV. Fishing and hunting workers, 51 deaths per 100,000.
Deadliest catch.
Yeah. I don't know about the hunting part, but the fishing thing, you've seen what happens on those boats.
Oh, yeah.
And then this is another one that surprised me. Construction workers, 39 deaths per 100,000 workers.
Sure. I could see that too.
That's a high number, but it makes sense, work site accidents and stuff. And then aircraft pilots and flight engineers. I get the aircraft pilots, but the flight engineers, 36 deaths per 100,000. And then after that, driver/sales workers and truck drivers. I think they mean people like who sell stuff out of their truck. I don't know. 30 deaths per 100,000.
You mean like those cats that drive around with the big freezer in the bed of their truck and try to sell you steaks?
Maybe. Or Snap-on Tools guys, because I don't know.
Ooh, Snap-on Tool. I used to love the Snap-on Tool truck.
It's overpriced. You don't need that.
Well, I mean, it is, but
listen, don't go to Harbor Freight, but also don't go to the Snap-on Tools guy.
Well, no, Harbor Freight's got some good stuff.
Sir Drives a Lot says, number 6, not bad. Swazman says, by the way, Jeffrey, where did Randy get his weather degree? Back of High Times magazine in the mail? Or just
who was that? Who was
Swazman?
Swazman, thank you very much. I'll have you know I'm an honored part of the Meteorological Society here in Arizona. And
true.
You can ask anybody out there that's a meteorologist. They all know me.
0% of them know him.
We're all a tight-knit group of people. And all I'm trying to do is help you out, Swazman. You know what? From now on, when I do my weather forecast, you just tune out because it's not for you.
That's kind of harsh.
Hey, it's called tough love, buddy. Tough love.
Big Jake says, I'm in Fountain Hills staring at the storm that's brewing up. Looks intense and will most definitely screw my pools up with the breeze. I'm a professional pool technician.
Oh.
By the way, Big Jake, you're not even on this deadliest jobs list. So you're good. You're good. Silver Pop says, if you combine the roofer job with Randy's job, it's pretty dangerous since Jeffrey likes to push Randy off the roof.
That's true.
I've never done that. That's never happened.
A lot of rumors about that. Yep.
Gamecock says Randy's favorite weather is no, I'm not reading that. Why is
everybody picking on me today? What have I done except bring excellent quality broadcast to you all? What have I done today?
Monkey Puncher asks, where does escort fall on that deadly jobs list? Asking for a friend.
Who would be keeping track of the data on that?
It's hard to.
That's the thing is.
Oscar Ray says, what if I forgot my team name? Well, just tell me what league you're in. I'll figure it out from there. And you should just go log in and you'll see your team name right there. You're still able to log into the exact same team you were last year. You don't have to do that every year. I'm just saying everybody's got to let me know their intentions. That's all I'm saying. Did you ever get back into the Premier League, Keon?
I did.
Okay, good. Because I noticed that the people's like, you think Premier League, people would be like very excited to get back in or to get in. And I'm still sitting here. Just 2 teams still haven't found their way back in. Major Tutty found his way. Sweaty Pants is there. Keon, what are you going to? Where are you?
Major Tutty is my team.
Oh, you changed your team name.
I do every year. It's always Washington Commander related, but
yeah. So 2 guys still haven't got. I think. Come on, newbies, let's go.
You see, the Angry Sloth is in there.
Yeah. Randy's Killer Sloths.
Yeah. You see that?
I'm always Blender Baller. That's just. I used to change my team name every week to the exact same team name as the people I'm playing. It was very confusing for them and everyone else. That was a fun season.
It was hilarious for everybody else.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to do it again, but North Valley from South Phoenix. You sent me a picture of the storm off in the distance.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool, man. We'll be fine. Hey, everybody, we'll be fine. Fifth letter says, I'll fill in a spot in Premier League if you need me. Yeah. Big Jake says, we work through any weather conditions, extreme heat, rain, sleet, cold winter. One of the bad parts of my job, pools, gotta be hit regardless of whatever the weather is. Oh, he just means he's got to be out there cleaning, doing his thing. Ralph has crabs says, did Randy say there's going to be, okay, I'm not reading that. Okay. Ralph has crabs and Gamecock might be the same person because they both tried to float the same joke.
Wow.
If I didn't read it for him, I'm not reading it for you. Big George says, if somebody doesn't want to play in the Premier League, I'll do it. Okay. Yeah, I get it. No, it's not how it works. Swazman says, Randy, your way of life, jack of all trades, master of none. I'm the same as you guys. Fun radio. That seems like an insult. Did that feel like an insult?
It did to me.
Oh. You know what I forgot to do? We're bad at keeping track of time today.
It's a bad day for time.
Isn't the thing gonna? We're about to. The music's about to fire off.
5 seconds.
Yeah,
about 5 seconds.
So don't do the music, Randy. I'll just tell you.
Right.
On this date in Big Georgia sports history, back in 1976, first game of doubleheader against the Royals. The Chicago White Sox came out wearing shorts.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, they went through several iterations of their uniforms, and shorts was one of them.
I think that's what's cursed them up to today.
But they've won a World Series between then and now.
With the shorts.
I mean, Ozzie Guillen was their manager before when they won the World Series. So
they came out at the next game wearing pants.
Yeah.
I mean, they won both games.
Yeah.
Feels like it should have been a curse.
They've had the shorts. They've had the collared shirts. They've had different colors. Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
So she wear onesies. See how that goes.
They may have done that. I don't know.
All right. Well, maybe they weren't cursed then, but they're cursed now. That's for sure.
That's apparent.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. It's Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Johnny, I can't wait for